What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. Good evening. Good evening. Why I'm here. 1 minute, y'all. Why I'm here is because yesterday I'm too high still. I'm not in frame. That's dumb, but I'm gonna do it. Whatever. Which way? Well, this is fine. Whatever. Just turn this way. Let me do this. Okay, fine. Anyways, yesterday I reviewed the trailer for this this documentary, What is a Woman, by Matthew Walsh. And I've seen it, and now I'm furious. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you the link where you can, remember I said last night, Wallah, I said to you last night when I said, you know, you got to go to Daily Wire and they want money, and I gave you the prices and everything. I said, but my grandmama used to always say, if you just live, things always come back around. They do. They just do. And that's the wisdom that she gave me in that. And sure enough, it's free online today, and I'm going to tell you the link right now. You're going to go so you can go and watch it. Uh-oh. Unless it's been taken down. I'm not tripping. Okay, wait, let me go. This might be it. Yeah, full documentary. Let me refresh. Video unavailable. The video is no longer available due to copyright claim by Daily Wire Entertainment, LLC. Boom, there it is, homie. Well, that's fine. I saw it, so whatever. And actually, when I saw it, I did what I was going to do, a blast video for you. I can let you hear it. Just so you know, just to put us in. Volume. What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. Just very quickly, for those of you who were not with me on the live stream last night, I was talking about this documentary. That was the whole subject of the live stream. If you have not seen it, you can go and watch that. It's the video right before this one that you're listening to right now. But I said in that piece that the documentary was on Daily Wire, that you needed to go there and pay and subscribe in order to see it. But I also said to you, my grandmama used to always say, if you just live, she'd always say that. And I quoted her last night in my stream. And I said to you, I know it's going to show up somewhere online. It'll be free. Like, I'll see it some kind of way. I'll see it. Like, I'm not going to pay for it. I'll see it. It'll show up. If, like my grandmama said, if you just live. And I gave other examples. Well, here it is. So it's probably going to get taken down because it's a small channel. Small channels get away with a lot of stuff, dude. Like how you going to have the whole documentary on your channel, but this channel only has 165 subscribers.
So it's, as I said,
go to,
but why I didn't release
just so
it.
you know, just to put us in.
Oh, my thing now.
It's called
reduced. Why I didn't release it is because in that piece that I just let you hear a portion of that I was going to release for you, I said you can go and watch it. It's only a half hour. Well, I hadn't finished watching it yet, and it finished at a half hour. And I thought, oh, they represented it as the full documentary, and it's not even the full documentary. And it turns out they had it in parts. So they had it in 3 parts. So when you click on the channel and go to the channel, there was the other parts. I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't release that because it's in 3 parts. You know, but you heard me say there, it's probably going to get taken down. And it did, because the damn documentary just came out. How do you have the whole thing on your channel? But that's fine because I saw it. So, what I can tell you is what we covered last night as far as the trailer and the information that I discussed then is still valid and all that stuff. That's fine. But what I didn't know is what I'm going to tell you now, because I didn't have the benefit of seeing the whole documentary. And I'm going to stall while I get the pictures ready. Because 2 things. One, I don't need pictures for. Well, I do. I'll have a picture assist, if you will. One of them happens to be, I don't know what district he represents, but he's from California. Some Asian dude. We're going to get his name. And we're going to be disgusted by it. What is this? What are you? What are you? Open. Well, just click. All right, click. Anyways, and he said something that went by very quickly. In fact, both the things that I'm discussing in this will go by. This is why the Jedi speaks, everybody. I tell you, if I don't have something to offer, there's no need for me to speak. There isn't. But when I know I have been given something special, then then that's when it's appropriate for me to speak on anything. And what I've been given is something that will go past most people. This is why I tell you, you have to be vigilant. You have to be the captain of your vessel, and you got to stand at your damn gate, because things come in. They come in, and you don't know they've come in. So this congressperson is a pixie. He's from California. He's in Congress. And he said something, because the Matt Walsh guy was asking him, says, what's this Equality Act about? Remember when we talked about John Lewis, and I went on and on saying it's a terrible thing that he died, but not so much, because he never did a single thing the entire time he was in Congress. I brought you his record, showed you everything. But what was most important in that assessment and raking over the record of John Lewis is that he never introduced a single bill to Congress. Not a single bill. Do you understand? B-I-L-L. Never. And I educated you about the difference between an act and a bill. That's why this knowledge is important now. Again, knowledge converging. So this bastard pixie that I'm going to find and show you, I'm going through my pictures now, trying to find the file, said this Equality Act that these transgender people are trying to access. Well, guess what? They want to amend the 1964 Civil Rights Bill that we fucking fought and died for, that we had dogs turned on us for, and hoses and billy clubs, and we were shot. No fucking transgender is coming near our shit. Put your high heels on and go out and march and get your own shit. That's what you're going to have to do. No more riding the backs of black people. I'm over it. I immediately went to 1,000. Immediately. And I will be calling, so as soon as we get his name, I'll tell you what his name is. I will be calling him. That will be my mission next week. To get him on the phone and say, not right here. Not just him, but I will randomly call the Senate Hart Building and Congress and try and reach any Congressional Black Caucus bastard and say, I don't think so. Hell no, because I told you, even there was Title IX that, you know, like white women have been benefiting from Title IX, again, something we did, you see. And so, and remember, there's 330 something million people allegedly in this nation. These transgender people make up about 3 people. You understand? It's about 3 people. And so you're not going to now, this is why I suggest to you that they are trying to make these black gay people so visible and always mentioning transgender, like Billy Porter's Christmas tree ass, you know, or Donna Lemon, or just anybody we're going to name, Raven Simone's confused ass, down the list. But you need black faces to attach because you're trying to access our shit from 1964. This is when you get in the streets, everybody. This is when you storm Capitol buildings, not when you lose an election, but when somebody's trying to usurp and horseback on your shit. This is when. This is when. They want to access this now. And I said to you last night, in just even the trailer, reviewing just the trailer, and the few clips I had seen from other people covering it, that I didn't see a single black face. And I didn't. Now I've seen the entire documentary. Not a single black face. Not one. Except for when he goes to Africa. And that is also the subject of my festivity today. Where's my pictures? They probably put them in one big file. I sent a bunch of pictures over. I can't do this. All right, let's go to S. Oh, haha, here we are. I'm so worked up, I couldn't even see him right in front of me. Let us begin now. First, let me see who's here. And then I'll get into my first piece of evidence. And I'm really certain about my format too, you guys. I've said this to you before, but over the last, I don't know, few weeks or something, I've had the opportunity to be exposed to, like there was, I don't know, who was it now? I don't know, but like I'm really not with these people that do live streams and then they're yakking to their people, like they may have an important title or something like that, and you go, okay, let me see what they're just going to say about this, but then they're yakking to their people the entire time. They never get to the fucking subject. I can't do that. I can't. So I find out who's here and say what's up. Then we get into the information, because I'm me. Like I'm just like I do what I want. Like that's what I would want. You know, like a lot of people don't come to your live to yak. They really want to hear what it is you put out as your title or your subject. And if you're up there, yes, so and so, so and so, and so and so, so and so, you never get to the shit they're waiting, you know. And so it's just better for me, and it makes more sense to my soul. So I see who's here, I say what's up, then we get to the information, then when I'm done, then we yak. All right, let's see who's here. Sweet D, shout out to you, Queen. Good to see you. I think you were here last night, weren't you? Original Jewess, shout out to you. I think you came in last minute last night. Hey Jedi, what delivery? It is this time that has you heated. It's always something. I tell you guys, I'm always in a state of murder and kill. That's my two states of being, murder and kill. I don't really have another gear. Richard Hart, good morning to you. In the UK. So everybody's not going, good morning. CJ Stevenson, shalom back at you, my sister, and Sam. Just saw someone else live on this topic. Well, they mean nothing. Well, they have their own gifts. I have mine. I'll say it that way. Cheryl Bryant, shout out to you. And a nod to your throne, Queen. Shoni, good to see you. Shout out to you, Shoni. MW, good to have you back, brother. 2 lives in the same weekend. I must be high as hell. M. Ann. I think I haven't seen your name in a while. It's not foreign. M. Ann. Yeah. So I'm going to say good to see you again. Hey, Jedi, can't wait to hear who has you peeing on trees. Oh, I could put these up. I forget that I'm on this damn thing. Sweet did. It'll be easy for me to read it too. I watched your replay, so now we don't know what a woman is. I know. I can't. Richard Hart. There's a Korean-based website called Tiny Movie where you can watch it. Haha. Take note of that, everybody. Richard is letting us know there's a Korean-based website called Tiny Movie where you can watch it, and everything else for free. However, make sure your device is well protected with anti-malware and ad block software as well. And I would add to Richard's information to say also get you what do you call it? It's called a VPN. A VPN. You can go and it's called VPN Super. I can't educate you right now about all that means, but you need that. Yeah. So, and also I wanted to mention too, the last time my nephew was here visiting, because I was not going to pay money to go see that the Wonder Woman movie, the very first one that they did. And I have it on my computer now because my nephew knew some bootleg website to go to, and there it was in full everything. It was the actual it wasn't bootleg, it was the movie. And I just recorded it as we were watching it just because I did, but I'm not interested in it because to me, Linda Carter will always be Wonder Woman. I'm not accepting anyone else in that role. I don't care. Just not having it. I used to sit and watch that with my grandmother, so it has special memories for me. That Wonder Woman was never sexualized. I didn't realize she was running around in nothing. I was a late bloomer anyway. I told you guys I didn't lose my virginity until I was 20, 19 or 20. And I just have never been someone to objectify women anyway. I'm used to not looking at women in an objective way sexually anyway. So I just never realized that she was really wearing nothing. It's just that's Wonder Woman. And I wanted it to spin. Anyway, so yeah, check that out that Richard is saying, and then hopefully you'll be able to see the entire documentary, inshallah. Andrea Smith, shout out to you. MW went on to say, oh hell no, turn that pixie into dust. Cheryl, glad I caught the Jedi tonight. Yes, Cheryl. Jedi, this is white supremacy at work. They are hijacking our movement. Absolutely. MW. So the Fruit Loops want to co-sign on us. Yeah, and you'll recall 2008 when Barack Obama got elected because of me, because I was a precinct captain. Okay, it wasn't just me, but damn it, I feel like it was me. And the night of his victory, there was, I don't know if it was all across the country or not, but it was, what do you call it? Number 8. It was number 8 on the ballot. Like, you know how they say, anyway, just number initiative 8, ballot 8, something 8, that they had on the ballot for gay marriage, and it didn't happen. And white gay people were mad at us, at black people as a whole. They kept their tones low, but their language was still vicious and secretive, and it would leak out in various ways profusely. And it was enough for one to know who was paying attention. Oh, they pissed off and ass hurt. It goes back to what I was telling you last night. We are naturally a conservative people. We just do not transgress certain bounds. We just don't do that. We don't. And so while we can vote for our black president, we can deny your ass marriage. You understand? And not be a part of that. It wasn't about denying them. It's just we're not interested. Black people aren't going to actively support this because it's not African. That's why there's such thing as the down low known to humanity, period. Because it's always just been down low. That's it. Then, of course, when Oprah or somebody else got a hold of it, then became known to the world. Oh, there's down low black men, down low, you know, whatever you want to call it. Just black men, black people aren't used to people being in our business as a whole, as a people. That's just one of our attributes. This stay out my business. That's a phrase that comes from us. Mind your business. That comes from us. These are all exclamations of rejection to intrusion upon our person or our culture or shit that don't have nothing to do with you. Mind your business. You understand? So they were ass hurt that we didn't actively, we weren't saying you all couldn't get married. I think most black people would be like, get married. So what? Nobody cares. But to actively go out and say, yeah, you should, we're not here for it. That's just our natural way. But they were ass hurt about it. They were ass hurt about it. And now they're trying to ride the ass of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Sean Scott, shout out to you. What's good, Jedi? I'm real deal rooting for you, big bruh. Peace to the chat. Appreciate that, Sean. That's how, and I was going to give you a black fist, and I said, I don't know what y'all know I'm not good with emojis, but I just felt like that when I read that. So if that's a black fist, I'm co-signing. CJ, laughing my ass off. You're a mess. Simply Sandra, good to see you, Queen. Jedi King, I made your live. Did you get that fly? I did, Sandra, and thank you for following up on that. Last night after we finished, I couldn't go to bed because he's just gonna terrorize me. And he did. He went in my bedroom. So I'm like, I can't do this. So I had to get up. I went in the bathroom, left the door open, and just sat on the damn toilet waiting for his bitch ass to come in there with my fly swatter. Waiting. Finally, he flew his ass in there, and I shut the door. Got him. Got you in here now. So it took a little while because I was buzzing and up against the mirrors and you know, but I got your ass. Ironically, right on the toilet seat. That's what I could do. One hit, one kill. And Original Jewess says, I think you're giving us, it's saying, y'all can look at that at Jewess's comment. That's someplace where you has free movies also. And I have something on my computer that has a bunch of free movies. I seen on Instagram one time there was a white bitch that was her whole 2-second video was about giving you websites that are free. And this was one of them. Yeah, that's what's up. So I want to say that my saying of this, I do want you to see the movie. You know, I mean, I know I do a good job of relaying information, but I also like for anybody who ever hears me for any reason to always have an opportunity to sweep behind me, you know, so that you can see the truth for yourself. I won't say form your own opinion, because the truth is absolute. And that's one of my issues with this film, the transgender bullshit, all this, is that the truth is not optional. It's not. There is no, everybody gets to have an opinion. I'm the first one to tell you to shut your ass up and sit your ass down, because that's it. Because you don't need validity for something that's worthless. I'm not acknowledging it. I don't need to. I'm that person that is happy to have a back and forth conversation with anybody. But if it's something really serious or critical, and then you are just speaking to just say something and it's not rooted in the truth, I'm going to cut you off, and you don't need to finish speaking, because what you're saying is not valid. It doesn't mean anything. And you're taking up time, you know. I want to come to this. This first bastard. What am I going to open this with? Let's do photo. I wonder, can I? This may work. Is he the first one? Click. Click. Well, okay, one more click. And then it's O.J. Simpson. Okay, fine. Fine. Now, let's bring you in so you can see. Share. It's a lot of drama to share, dude. Window. This one. Share. This bastard. This, everybody, would be Representative Mark Takano, Democratic California, who should fall from a flight of stairs, we hope. But that's the bastard that uttered this. And I'm on delay. I'm on delay. Am I that delayed? Damn. I'm done. Okay, I'm just going to go forward. Anyways, this is the bastard who uttered this blasphemy. He is a pixie, because the Matt Walsh dude says to him, you know, you're the first LGBT member of Congress, or either the first transgender. It's all the same to me. So, and he, of course, he stopped the interview, because when it got too truthful for him. Oh, by the way, you guys, I remember I recorded all three. I recorded the whole thing, because I was like, it's going to get taken down. I forgot. I ran in here and did my screen software and played the sections and recorded it. I have it. I forgot. Anyway, so when he asked him, I forget the question that he asked him that made him get up, because he said, let's go to policy now. And I don't remember what he said there. But this is one we heard when we watched the trailer, when you hear the lady off screen, when the Walsh dude goes, he goes, I just was trying to find out. I just came to ask, what is a woman? And she goes, and you're not going to know. So she needs to die also. So, I mean, just a lot of people, a lot of funerals, you know, but that's him. All right. Now, let me work my way back, because this was from the Dr. Phil episode. Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So I need to come back. Wait now. Reduce. And then it's easier for that way. I'm not stumbling around while I'm trying to tell you this. And I think I should deal with the Africa piece first and then come back to this. Well, maybe not. But I want these to be in order, because if they're not in the right order, then it won't have the same impact, I don't believe. So let me do what my heart tells me. Let's begin. Oh, well, you could just click back, Jedi. Why don't I just do, let's see, those are old. That's necessary, but we want to start here. Yeah. Okay, open with photo. Okay, let's bring you in. Now, he's asked, by this time now, he's gone all over the country. He's talked to all these know-it-all people, or at least some of them, a portion of them that I showed you last night. And he says, maybe I'm sticking a little too close to home. And then he goes, for dramatic effect, let me do this. It's worth it, everybody. I never do anything without a purpose. In fact, I don't even need to do anything special here. Let me bring you in, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, this is Kenya, everybody. This is Kenya. This is Kenya. You remember early on, those of you who have been with me for 1,000 years know that I did one of my earliest videos back on my old big channel. I did a video called The Africa the White Media Never Shows You. And I did the various countries in Africa. Kenya was one of them, of course. And so this is just to give you a flavor. You see, just any of this row, you could even do your own search of, you know, just put in images of Kenya. That's all I did, images of Kenya. And you see we have Metropolis and the downtown, and we have it all. And remember, it's a whole, Kenya's a whole country. It's not a city, so it's a whole country. So you've got rural areas, but you've got a lot of city and metropolis and suburban areas and all of that going on. Okay. So we've identified already now that the Pixie bastard, the Democrat from Congressperson from California, wants to ride our ass on the 1964 Civil Rights Act. All right. So that's a strike. Then now we have the Walsh dude when he says he needs to go someplace else. And we see his plane. They have this sort of animated plane, you know, like an Indiana Jones type thing, you know, that's now going to fly. And we see the map go to Africa. And I took a few screenshots just so that you could get the progression. But he was going to Nairobi. All right. And then this is where it gets racist. That's your first picture that he shows. And by the way, immediately, music starts with the African our beautiful brothers and sisters, how you always hear that typical, that starts playing, and the drums and all of it. And then you'll also notice the photography changes. They always use this yellow filter whenever they film Africa. Pay attention, there's always a yellow filter. Always a yellow filter. I watch thousands and thousands and thousands of videos from Africa every fucking week, certainly every month, since 2015. And I can tell you what most of Africa looks like on any day at any time, day or night. But here it is, our yellow filter. That's the second shot that they showed. And the editor was even so keen to match the shots up to certain parts of the beat of the music leading into the shot. Nothing gets past the Jedi. Not much. This was the third shot. Now, I just showed you there are many thousands and thousands of square miles across this nation, this glorious nation of Kenya, that are metropolis, that are suburban, that are city, anything you're going to talk about. But no, this. And he's in a vehicle as if that you ride in when you go on safari. You couldn't have just got a fucking Uber, bitch. And more than that, what they also always do, he's not the only one that's guilty of this. Every white demon is guilty of this that ever does anything showing anything Africa. They never show you them landing at an airport. So it never crosses the mind when he just did this animation of them supposedly flying to Kenya, that like they went back in time to Indiana Jones or some shit. Like, there's several international airports in the country of Kenya. What airline do you take, bitch? Emirates, United, name one. But no, just the next thing you see is just what the shots I've shown you, and then now we're coming down the dirt road, and oh my God. Look, that was the second shot when they zoomed in. This is the third shot. The Jedi does his work. Notice the yellow filter. Then this is the next shot. Don't quote me. I don't want to say. I don't know what mountain that is, but it's in Kenya. That's the next shot. Boom. Just, you could have been showing the city. You could have been showing the skyline. No, because that doesn't exist, everybody. So we have to show you just the animals. Look, I mean, it doesn't get any more racist than this. With the African music playing in the background. You notice there's no yellow filter there because it wouldn't have shown up well with the elephants. Just saying. There you go. And then this is the first shot we see of any human being in Kenya. Don't come near me. Don't look me in the eyes. Don't do it. Because you got to get up late, and you got to get up early and stay up late to pull shit over on me. Beautiful, beautiful. But this is stereotypical. So this is not a commentary on our people. It's a commentary on this white devil, as always. Look, this is the Maasai tribe in Kenya. And every stereotype is being met. The yellow filter, the safari fucking truck, the elephants and the animals. Now, of course, the children. I was waiting for it. All we need is the children now with flies crawling over them, or at least, you feel me? And there it was. There it was. There it was. Look, beautiful children, glorious. Nothing better looking than our African children. Not a single thing on planet Earth. But not for white exploitation. This was the next shot. There's most African countries you go to now, they still hold on to the old way. So I don't care how metropolized they get, they're still going to have the essential villages where you can still understand what your fitra is, where you come from, what the essence of your people is and was before all this technology and metropolizing. You understand? And let us not forget that my brother Uhuru Kenyatta is the president of the nation of Kenya. But there we have it. But none of that exists. Just this. So you don't even think when you see in these shots, they have a government, they have industry, they have schools, technology. No, just this, just the Maasai. Somewhere out in Sahara. Look, and it's always white devil come to save. And sadly, our people are so inviting and so kind. Like this brother was very gentle and very kind, as we all always are when you see any of our brothers and sisters in Africa. Instead, they should have slit his fucking throat as soon as they saw him on arrival. But no. Sadly, I'm not there. But I will be, bitch. This, you see? Again, not a commentary on our brothers and sisters because they look amazing. But check mark throwing spears. Check that box off now. We've already checked the yellow filter. We've checked the safari vehicle. We've checked the show animals. We've checked show children smiling and running. Now check throwing spears. Check. And traditional clothing. Check that with us gritty into the camera. Check those. All the boxes are being checked. It was just a slathering of racist stereotype of our glorious nation of Kenya and our extraordinary continent of Africa. I'm personally offended by the shit. Look, then of course, white devil throwing spear. Could have done without that. Look. Had to get the goat herding in. There was also a goat slaughtering that went on. But I didn't screenshot that picture for you, obviously. But there was a goat slaughter that went on. But of course, that would be to honor your white ass, sadly. There should have been a different slaughter that went on, and it wouldn't have been the goats. You see, because it is the way of most African nations. If you show up, I don't care if it's their last meal and they haven't eaten in a week, they're going to give you the best of whatever they have. This is how you honor another human being. Subhanallah. This is the natural way of our people. Allahu Akbar. But got to check off goat herding. There, check that box. Check it. Do I need to say anything? You see? That's where they were preparing to slaughter the goats. Beautiful animals, by the way. I don't know if you've ever experienced like goats themselves, just like the animal itself. They're so precious, man. They're just precious. They're so precious. And I don't think it's a mistake they sound like babies, you know. SubhanAllah. But and then now they were cutting a kidney to give him a piece of it. Like that was a high honor. And the white devil ate it. Now let's show them making fire. Check that box. You see, and just every stereotypical demeaning image or impression of Africa is being played out here. But you won't remember or notice this because it's all in the context of these confused ass fucking transgender people. So this slathering, and this was a long segment in the film. This is a slathering. You see? Don't tell me shit about white people ever. Don't bring that to my door. Don't bring it to me. Don't bring it right here. Don't do that. Don't. Look. White man in village. You see? If I had my way, any of them showing up on the continent would just be dead on arrival. That just would be it. That just would be it. Because do you think these so-called Jews, you think that they would have any German oppression of them being glorified, or we never see image of them cozying up and purposely being put together with Germans and shit. We don't see it ever since I've been alive. But they're always happy to cozy us up with the very fucking murderer of our people, round the clock every damn day. If anybody should be mass shooting in this bitch, it should have been black people a long time ago. White people don't have a fucking thing to be pissed off about. Look, just more images. You see? And this is where the sister is explaining why a woman or why a man can never be a woman. The other thing that also glares out at me is the fact that they, this is always about men becoming women, because this is an agenda to serve ugly as fuck ass white men. You understand? That's what it serves. And so it's always, we don't hear so much talk about women becoming men. We're just not really hearing that talk. It comes up like a speed bump, you know, every once in a something. But this whole thing is about white ass, failed ass, ugly, fucked up looking ass white men becoming women, and then thereby desecrating the existence of women in general. Another reason why this will never stand with African people is because we've always been very protective about our mothers. We're kind of waning on that in the last couple decades, maybe, you know, because of the friendship that's going on now between parents, and not the I am God over your life until the very day that you die. That's how I came about. You understand? Now it's my mom is my friend and my father is my pops is my friend and shit. Nah. You spare the rod, you spoil the child. But that's the other reason why this can never really go over, because we've always felt a deeper way about our mother and our parents in general than white people ever feel about anything. They love animals more than they love anything else on earth. Anything else. How many times have I seen videos of rescues where they go out and rescue some animal that's been left to die, or it's almost dead, and you can see the bones and all this, and the gazillions of fucking donations they get. I'm in the wrong business, dude. I'm in the wrong business. I'm in the wrong business. I'll have to talk to my agent, because this does not work for me. But I wanted to not let it be lost how divine our women look. Divinity. 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 If you don't see that group of women and not want to just bow to them, I don't understand you at all. But there it is. And of course, our brother was the main translator. Then, this is your girl, Miriam Grossman again. This was a perfectly normal. Changing bodies, growing up, sex, and sexual health. And it's recommended for 10 and older. 10. I'm trying to think what I was doing when I was 10. I was playing in the dirt. I was. In fact, how many years between me and Isaac? My oldest nephew. Like, I conquered trucks and all the shit. 10. I lived in Arkansas when I was 12, 11, and 12. Yeah, I was playing in the dirt. I was not having no thoughts about anything sexual or my body or anything. Nothing. But this is why I have proclaimed the white man is the devil on the earth, everybody. That's not a hyperbolic statement. It's not drama. It's not even angry. It's just a fucking statement of truth. It's identifying. It's diagnosing. It's proclaiming. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. And this is just one of their many forks of evil. The raping of the childhoods of our children, the stealing the innocence away and polluting them earlier now. They can't wait for you to grow up to pollute you. We don't have time to wait. Quick, pollute them now. Just pollute them now. Give them a schedule of vaccines they got to have till they're 21. Start polluting them now. We can't wait. Come on. Come on. Like this is what it feels like to me. That's what it feels like. But I wanted to make another point because I said to you last night that they had cited this guy. I can't remember his name, Keys or Keezy or Kizzy, something, as the author of this transgender and gender identity confusion. But there's a brother to him, that's the Kinsey guy, and then there was a movie made, played by Liam Neeson, no less, Didn't know about that. But then there was another guy named Money. And this is the guy that I was telling you about last night, that there was these two twins who had, when they were 8 months, the parents went to have them circumcised and they screwed up on one of the boys, like burnt his penis off with the machine. I don't understand what you're using for circumcision. Not understanding. But whatever. Anyways, and they were panic stricken. They didn't know what to do. Like, what are we going to do? So they just decided, well, we'll just raise them as a girl. And they did. And then he got older and he found out the truth, and it just caused him all sorts of psychological problems. And he was on Oprah. I think I got those photographs. This is the same bastard, older. That's an older picture of the same bastard. Those are the twins. There they are. And I need to take Sean's comment off the screen so that it's not blinding us all. Then now come back to photos, enlarge. So that's the twins, all right? This is now them older, and you see one of them, the parents are back there grinning, because white people will do evil through a grin. That's why the bitch that I told you last night, I was just naming them different names, and the bitch with the little, she looked like Peter Pan, like it was Peter Pan. And you know, she's like, there she's a whole woman, and she's like, well, because I'm not a woman, so I can't really answer that. With a full grin, just as joyful, just slathering out fucking unreality and fantasy and shit. I make it my point, especially when I worked in, like, we'll just say corporate America, you know, I made it my point. I don't smile at work. I don't need to. Because that's very intimidating for white people, because they're psychotic. This is my observation. I'm not 21, damn it. I have an assessment and I'm diagnosing it. So they're in a state of psychoticness, you know. I feel like probably most of them are on some kind of medication, because why would this question be in the society when something happens to you? Somebody always says, "Are you on medication? Are you on medication?" Something happens to you, you fall or something. Somebody, they want to get you up. Are you on medication? They didn't know first. Are you on medication? Like medication. This is from them. This is from them. That you would not hear this in Africa. Just wouldn't hear it. Would not hear it. And so do you see the parents there now grinning in the atmosphere of deception? Grinning. And their daughter is a boy, and he doesn't know it in that picture. He doesn't know it. Doesn't know it. By the way, we don't have any Africans, no Asians, definitely no black people, no other culture of people on earth that we would have a story like this. We don't have it. This is only white people. And as I'll repeat again, I saw the entire documentary. There was not a single black face in it at all, except for the Maasai tribe. That's it. Nobody else, not a single other black person in the film, anywhere. Already, this is a white issue. It is from white people. And definitely not join the shit. There they are. Another picture of them. This is the one that was on Oprah. And I feel like he either died of a drug overdose. One of them committed suicide, and one of them died of a drug overdose. Not really remembering which one. I think he might have been the one that died of an overdose. But there he was up there talking to Oprah in 2000. It's very sad. It's very sad. And I must tell you that when I saw this and knew that he had been on Oprah and the subject matter and who he was now, it occurred to me, you know, because the thing now is everybody's into the child trafficking and ooh, they're trafficking children and it's Pizzagate and it's all this and this. And I just thought Oprah is a very public brand. She's Oprah Winfrey. And she's a Black woman. I just imagine, I just would love to have been the bug in her phone at any of her homes, plus the studio, plus her cell phone, plus any of the cars and all that. Just hear what type of phone calls was she getting and from who, for what, you know, like, I would just like to know what was that time like. Remember, if I sat down with her and I'll say, Oprah, remember when you interviewed the kid that had been infected by the John Money dude and Kinsey and all the shit? What kind of phone calls did you get then? Like, that would be my opening question. You know? That's a picture Oprah showed of him. Then this was the other guy that I showed you last night. These are some pictures, and this is what he became. That Diane Sawyer was being channeled there. Just saying. He is and he was in this some blocker on him. I don't know when we cut out. Somebody talk to me. I don't know what's happening. I see the light is on. I gotta wait for the playback to catch up with me so I know where it cut off, so I know what I need to say again. I don't know what cut out. Somebody talk to me. Okay, it looks like I'm back now on the playback. I need to know what's the last thing I said, though. Okay, the Diane Sawyer thing. We'll pick up right there. Yeah. We'll pick up right at the Diane Sawyer thing. So you saw the Diane Sawyer picture before we cut out. So I won't need to show the picture again. Diane Sawyer. You saw the Oprah pictures. We'll pick it up. Make sure my light is on. The green light is on. So I need to share. What are you sharing? I'm sharing this. Share. Green light is on. Testing one. Testing one. Okay. The Diane Sawyer chick became this dude. And he was there to say, nah, don't do it. He's showing scars. He's talking about how they're not really consulting with parents, and all the things that the medication does to the body. And he's saying he was in tears at one point, or she was in tears at one point, saying she's going to die. You know, she's had, I forget how many heart attacks, and she's got a bunch of medical problems, man, like a whack of shit. Like, you don't want to know, and you don't want it. I think I just got her picture in case I needed to talk about her, so we can move, because we covered her last night. This guy we didn't cover, Jordan Peterson. He's out of Canada, I think, and like Ontario or something like that. But he was very firm, because remember I said to you last night when we saw the Peter Pan bitch, and I said to you, because her title was affirmation therapist, and I says, okay, so my degree is in business, but I don't think I need to be a therapist or something. I'm just going to go out on a limb here. So if you're an affirmation therapist, that means you just affirm the shit I tell you. Just, I'm amazing. You are. I'm 7 feet tall. You are. They just tell you the shit you want to hear. And he was here to say that's against all psychology discipline. It's some bullshit. It's not valid, and take it all to hell. I mean, it was just really but this is what I wanted to come back to, because look at the pictures they show, because this Walsh dude wrote a children's book called I'm a Walrus or something. He's kind of being ridiculous and pointing, like saying, okay, it's a story about a little boy who says he's a walrus, and then his mother buys him some kind of fucking hat so he feels like, and he wears socks on his hands and he barks like he's a walrus. I'm over it. Of course they're white. Of course. I need to remind you of that. Nothing I'm ever discussing is about us, everybody, when it comes to something ridiculous and outside of all of humanity. So this is his walrus book, and it was #1 on the bestseller list, and CBS and Hulu took it down because after he was on the Dr. Phil show, when I showed you the thing that was up there with full beard and a mustache at the time, a woman is whatever woman defines it as, and all the anyways, just purging. And so when he was, they were injured by the conversation, they said, after the show was over. So let me just understand. You went to the Dr. Phil show willingly of your own volition to have this specific conversation, and then you were injured after the fact. So CBS and Hulu had to pull his book off their, anyway. So, but I'm offended now because that's all fine. Make your point in the United States, but you don't need to take your little fucking walrus book to the kids in Africa. And then also, I'm insulted by the fact that they're outside sitting on the ground as if we don't have prominent, prestigious schools for children in Africa where they wear uniforms, you understand, and all of that. But here he is keeping up with the theme. This was later on in the documentary. You've already insulted me with your trip to Africa earlier, the clips, the picture images that I showed you. Now he's back. This is later in the documentary to talk about this fucking book. And this is the image you show. What's his address again? You know, that's where I'm at. But by contrast, I'm sure I'm missing something. I'll just go back because maybe, I'm just, I get beside myself when I get worked up. And so maybe I missed something because I think I see all little fucking white kids there and they seem to be in an air conditioned room in a school. And then somehow my kids are not. And I'm just not understanding. So, it's me. I'm sure it's me. It's me. It's me. It's me. But this will sail past of most of humanity. But this is how things come in. Because you were watching a documentary about these fake ass transgender people. And you won't remember that you were slathered with all of this. And when somebody says, hey, how about a vacation to Africa? Africa? This is where those subconscious images will come back. You understand? That's what the subconscious would have received. I gave you the analogy last night. I was telling you about this little kid who I'm going to put a link for his video in the chat even. This kid gave me so much joy. It just took me back to when I was teaching dance professionally. And it did a few things for me. But I bring this kid up again because of what I'm talking about, of the subconscious. It's one of the reasons why children are such great students for anything, quite frankly. But I wasn't teaching academia to children. I was teaching dance, one of the things about working with children is that whole subconscious. The subconscious, for me, the subconscious and the conscious are present in children as it relates to teaching them dance. Because they don't just get what you did, they get how you did it. How you did it. And it's an uphill climb when you just teach adults a move, a 4 count, an 8 count. It's like my name. My full name is Arabic. I can my entire life say it to one lousy ass fucky punk pissy ass adult, and they start what, and they're like they can't talk. That makes me murderous also. Just put that on a list of shit that is murderous for me. But it's the same thing when you teach dance to adults. Let's move. They don't invest in what they're standing right there with you. You just saw me do it. This is foreign to me because I've always had, and I think everybody has it, but I just had it, I never lost it. Anything you're going to show me or tell me, I'm going to say it. But what happens to most adults, anything you say or do, they go through their bullshit filter and comes out the other side, it's something different. What? So I'm so complete that and I'm used to dialects and accents and things like that. So I'll meet somebody, certainly somebody's not from America, and they tell you their name. First of all, if they give me an American name, I go, okay, that's not your real name. What's your name? And almost 100%, then there is another name, as I suspected. But even when the person gives me their actual name, I say it back to them. And they're so used to people being lazy that they'll just accept whatever you say. Not with the Jedi. I'll say it back to them and say, did I say it right? Am I saying it right? Say it again to me. They'll say it, I say it again to them. That's just natural for me. But such is the case when you're trying to teach dance to children. They get everything about how you did that. My youngest nephew, no, he's not the next to the youngest, because the prince is the youngest of my nephews. So my next to the youngest nephew, no, because Charles is older than us here. I can't remember. But anyways, I said Kareem. I'll just say third to the oldest, Ian, who really is my protege in so many ways. But when he was little, he used to get, whenever he saw Michael Jackson, The Way You Make Me Feel video, that, oh, and there's a wiggle thing that Michael does, and Ian had that down, all the essence of it, everything. It wasn't just like, oh, sit your ass down, you're trying to do Michael Jackson. No, he was doing it. Like that he did it. So it was just another testimony to what I'm trying to tell you. Like, kids get everything. They get all the inference, all the everything, that whatever you're putting out, they get it all of it. You see? So I don't know how much I really believe in the separation of the subconscious and the conscious. I don't know. Maybe I'm not really, because I'm the one preaching, stand at your gate and be the captain of your vessel, and that's the only way I've ever known. So the idea of not having that vigilance is, I can't really experience that really, you know, while recognizing that something like that is out there, you know. But anyways, first, let me put this kid in this damn chat so you can have an opportunity to go and watch him if you so choose to. So, I wonder if they took down all the parts, because I see that I have part 3 up on the screen. Let me refresh. It's been taken down. Yeah, they weren't playing games on me. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And what I said was the truth, and it happened the way that I said it would happen. All right, let me get this little stinker. He's everything. I almost wanted to do a review of him. I won't play the audio, because even though his video is from June 8th, I'm trying to figure out how can he play the music and not get a strike, not understanding. But it is a little kid, and he only has 490 subscribers. I tell you, small channels can go with a lot of stuff, but they shouldn't be. If there's really an algorithm, which I already told you there isn't, it's white people sitting in the room watching motherfuckers like me for any little fucking thing. You understand? There's no algorithm. Don't give me that. The algorithm is for something else. You understand? They got a whole nigga section to be vigilant over stuff, because I've done stuff deliberately in videos that you would only know it if you watched the video. No algorithm is going to catch something that you do. You feel me? So I've tested it too many times. I know it to be the truth. I am going to bring him in just briefly, so that I can just give you a little bit of flavor of him, and then I'll link. I'm going to put the link for his video in the chat so that you will just go and watch him, because I just enjoyed him so much, man. What part is this? Wait, I want to get to the right part. I know by the choreography. He's everything. I love this little boy so much, I can't even tell you. Where is it? Aha. Wait now. Let's bring you in. Green light. Okay, good. Just want to show you the part I was talking about last night. This is off topic, and I've already insinuated him in the conversation, so I've already opened the door for it, and now I'm just bringing that in. Share. You got to see this little kid. Remember I was telling you last night the value of his dance, like the commitment to his movement. It's just, it was, I watched it. I don't know how many times I watched it. I had to fight myself not to watch it today, and I still ended up watching it like 15 or 20 times. I love this little man. Oh, and you're going to fall in love with him too. I'm going to link his video for you. I just want you to see this portion here. He's doing Smooth Criminal. He's just done the lean, because there's this part where he goes, I need everybody to leave the area right now. Wait, yeah. And yeah, you okay? Yeah. Oh, it's everything. It'll be better for you. See this little spin? This right here. Killing it, 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 killing it. You're gonna love him. You're gonna love him. You're gonna love him. I just thought, I want to be friends with this little boy. I want to get into a dance studio and teach. I love him so much, man. I just fell in love with this little boy. And you're gonna do the same thing. Let me capture this now, and get the link. Copy URL. Now, let's put it in the chat. Paste. And I guess I should put some title to it. Where's my keyboard? This little boy is killing it. There, it's in there. You can go and watch his video, man. He's the best thing I've seen this year, probably. It's just the joy. I'm telling you, my face still hurts from smiling from the first time I saw his video. And I think many dancers, especially, and choreographers, I think you got any that may see this, you get it. You get where I'm coming from. Like, and I love kids anyway too, but it's just he's next level, man. Wow. And I want to just read you, because why not? I want to read you the comment that I left on his channel when I saw it. And I was being conservative because I wanted to leave an entire essay of War and Peace, but he's probably 8 or 9 years old, maybe. I don't know. I can't really tell kids' ages now. But I said, wow, young man, your performance was fire. My face is hurting from smiling so much. You were really something. And your spins are out of this world, like something from another planet. You have such control for your age. Michael Jackson himself would have been so proud of you. You really embodied his spirit. Michael used to watch children as examples and learn from them. And you made me see why. Because you executed that so flawlessly, and your energy came from the same place that he performed from. It was an honor to see this. Keep dancing. And what I want to say about that comment also is that was the other thing that enchanted me about him. I really learned something from this little boy, because I've seen Michael in rehearsal, and it clicked for me when I seen this sort of, I'm like, this is why kids catch on to Michael so quickly, because he watched children. He said it. He goes, you know, seen him in interviews, read articles where they ask him, you know, where does your dance come from? He goes, a lot of times I watch children. And I could see that in this kid. It was so clear to me. Oh, I got it. 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 That's why some of his choreography, some of his moves and stuff are so just like, only Michael Jackson does that. Just, it's random. But that's where it comes from. And this kid made the tie-up for me. Someone who taught dance for many years, who's been on more stages than I can count, who has taught this choreography, has danced it a million times, who used to impersonate Michael Jackson and made a bundle of money doing it. Boom. Only now in 2022 that I get that piece. So I just want to share that. It's off topic. But I did put the link for this little kid in the chat, and you hopefully will go and watch him and be as entertained by him as I was. I want to come back to center now. First, let me see if I have anybody else that's joined us. Where did I leave off? I think I left off on Sandra. Miss GNX. Shout out to you. There's a new face tonight. Oh, no, that's not the one. Oh, wait, I'm so behind. 40 Shorty, I'm seeing you. Shout out to you. I'm coming to you. Hold up. It is Miss GNX, but it was just the wrong comment. Greetings, blessings, and Black Power every hour. Richard, true story. Apartheid person to anti-racism meeting. Wow. I'll just read that again. Gays invite African anti-apartheid person, an African who's anti-apartheid, to an anti-racism meeting in Tottenham, Black area of London. Speaker rails against blacks being involved with pixies. Pixie yells, "You black scum." It always comes out. I tell you, how many times I said to you all, I said, even if you think you know some good white folks, make them mad and then get back to me. They always turn white on you. They always do. They always turn white on you. Just like, I don't care how much you love your little kitty cat, and oh my God, my cat is the greatest cat, and it's amazing. Corner that bitch. And see, don't you get scratched. Your own damn cat that you love so much, because it's still a cat. Thank you for sharing that, Richard. MW. So that's why they want the anti-Asian bill, so they can talk smack without the beat down, but they will still get the smoke. Let us understand. 40 Shorty. Hey, brother. I'm in the building, and it's good to see you, 40. It's been a minute. Anjanae 23, my queen. I'm just know that I'm kneeling now for you. I'm kneeling. I'm kneeling. There, I kneeled. As I got a Charlie horse. Good to see you, queen. You say, hey, everyone. What's up, Jedi? What's up, girl? And, well, I'll say that in a minute. Richard, that's the problem with Walsh. He's also one of these crypto racist, soft anti-right types who thinks everything on earth is anti-white male. You so summed it up, man. Because remember, I keep biting around the edges. I go, he's a right-wing white devil. He frames everything as the left, and it's all the left, and it's black and white for me, and blah blah blah. But that really goes to the center of the warhead, Richard. That's the perfect diagnosis of, yes, that's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. that sort of, you know, because every white man wants to be a comedian and shit also. Let's add this to the indictment, you know. And so, you know, even in the film, you know, there's a naked guy he's talking to in Frisco, and he makes some joke that I knew immediately white people would be like, oh, did you see Matt? Did you see Matt? And there was nothing funny about it at all. It wasn't, I'm someone who loves to laugh. I'm very silly, and it got nothing out of me. And so it's that. Also the deadpan. Is he Botoxing? I don't know. You know, or his face just doesn't move. I don't know what's happening. And then there's also the little haircut I call it the yarmulke haircut, you see, because they always want to remind you that there's some type of a Jew. This Shapiro person does it. Just any of them. Watch, start noticing. Something else for you just to notice that they'll have that. Also in the film, the Miriam Rossman chick who's on the right side, she was telling the truth. There was an extreme, what do you call this? Profile shot of her that would be unflattering for any woman. And she wears glasses. She looked hideous from the side. But this was to let you know, in case you didn't get the Rossman thing. They always want to show the Jewish nose, the Polish nose. You see? I'm telling you, I know the nuance of the evil. That's why that's one of the many places that I speak from, everybody. You know, it's I will tell you, knowledge equals action. You see, any black person not on fire, I know they don't know shit. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. And I've given you the example of the sister who is putting on her negligee and her camisole and some heels, and she fixing her man's best dinner, and she's walking around. Maybe she's probably drinking her Alizé. Let me be stereotypical for a minute. And she just can't wait. That means she must not know. Till Keisha call her up and say, girl, you know he been sleeping with everybody on the block. She's not in those heels no more. And that dinner just turned into fucking hot grits and hot grease. Knowledge equals action, everybody. So when you know, you should react. And if you don't, you must be dead, or you don't care, or you just, I don't know. That's a separate diagnosis, you understand? So yes, I'm always on fire. Always on fire. Damn it. Yeah, that's a good assessment, Richard. Excellent. Well stated. MW, they always make it look like some old National Geographic film strip. That's perfect. Wow. Flies, dirt roads, no civilization. Exactly. I love the National Geographic reference, MW. That's perfect. Cheryl, everyone please hit the like. Yeah, thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. Thank you for being vigilant, Cheryl. And because I'm watching this in the software, I have to go to YouTube to see, because I don't know my moderators just by memory, so to speak. Like if I don't, like I'm not, it doesn't show it on what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at YouTube. I'm looking at the software so that I can operate the stuff that I'm doing. But thank you for that, Cheryl. And yes, everybody do thumbs up. MW, they should have went Zulu on his ass. I know, you know, like, oh, so good to see you, brother. And then get your ass out in the bush and you just ain't seen no more. You feel me? Just murkty. You feel me? Just murkty. Allison Bleb, shout out to you. Usually men are the ones that are doing it. That's the truth. That's the truth. You know, and I'm sitting here bitching about it. I could only imagine if I was a white woman. Oh my God, I can't. Wait. Oh my God, I can't. Ugh, the thought of that. I can't. Um, uh, and I mentioned to you all last night about the how he showed the montage while the surgeon chick was up there saying, you know, there's no advantage. And then the little beach ball dude, meanwhile, he has their audio. He starts with their interview, and then while you still hear their audio, then he's playing this whole montage of just all the shit where these transgenders are just dominating the fuck out of everything and just leaving women in the dust. Yes, you're absolutely right, though, Allison. MW, look at that caveman devil. Richard, white people went to Haiti during their last hurricane disaster to rescue animals. That is the truth. I did know about that. Because you remember the disaster they had before that, they were stealing children. So there's that, you know. I mean, don't tell me nothing about these people, dude. Sweet D, what's with them trying to sexualize our children? Just sick. I know. And then you had them up there making the claim that, and who was it in the documentary? It was remember I showed you there was a picture of this one. I said, well, I think I got her picture in case I needed it, but I didn't need it. Do I want to go back to pictures again? Anyway, one of them was saying exactly that, you know, like, talking about the work of that Kissy guy or Kessie, or he sounds like that. I don't know his name. Him and the money dude. Especially the money dude, the two twins that I showed you. He even had them doing performing sexual acts on each other when they were just little nothings. You know, white people have always been sexually perverted. That's why growing up, I always, not growing up, because growing up, I didn't know there was any such thing as any of this at all. I wasn't sexualized in any way at all. You know, it wasn't probably until late high school, early college, maybe, that I began to just sort of really see the world, so to speak, because I grew up very sheltered. But I'm just trying to say that whenever I just thought all gay people were white. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like, I just thought all white people were just gay, or that all gay people were white. Because they pervert everything, you know, everything they've perverted, everything. Nobody else is perverting the way that they do. And this thing with our children is just another perversion. Do you understand? What is going on? Why is that? I don't want to know. Anyway, MW said animals for real. Yeah, responding. Excuse me, Doe Boy. Facts. And shout out to you, Doe Boy, a new name I don't think I've ever seen before. Shout out to you. Miss GNX, Devil, Devil Deviant Pigs just saved a dog and let a black man drown. Wow. Was that the one? I just seen something recently where it was the headline. I didn't read it. I didn't hear it. I don't know what it was, but it was saying police were under fire because they refused to save somebody from drowning. Is that what that was? I hope not, but wouldn't be surprised if it is. Simply Sandra, it's so sickening how they target these babies. That's why you got to hold our kids close to the breast. You understand? We got to just be over this being nice, everybody, and love everybody, because they're not teaching their kids that. You understand? My parents let me know since I was a stinker. I was younger than that kid I just showed you. The white man is the devil. These people are not your friend. They told me that. It was one of the greatest things they could have done, because it's kind of like giving your kid the car keys. They've never seen a car, they never drove a car, they've never even heard the word car, and one day you just give them car keys and go, here, go to get in that and do something. And what? They wouldn't know what was happening. And that's what many of you are doing to our children. You are not bold. So you're not calling and identifying and diagnosing these people for them. So when they get older, things are happening, all sorts of white devilry is happening to them, and they have no idea why. They think it's them. And that's exactly what the white devil wants you to think. That you need to work harder, that you need to be better, that I don't need to do shit, but get rid of your white ass and I'll be fine. Do you understand? That like there was, this is on subject, so it's not off subject, damn it. Years ago, so you think you could dance. There was this kid, Brandon. My God. I'm still speechless to this day. Damn. This brother was everything. Everything. I never saw a straight out audition like that, a more impressive dancer in my life. I've seen Alvin Ailey. I've been to see the Alvin Ailey dancers. I've seen different productions from various choreographers. I saw, before I left Maryland, I seen Savion Glover at the Howard Theater. I mean, I immersed myself, but I'm just trying to say, this kid Brandon came on. It was the audition part of the show, like American Idol. They show the auditions, and the next week it'll be some. So this was the auditions. This kid came in there and he did his audition to Mozart, O Fortuna. He was unbelievable. Subhanallah. Just search Brandon so you think you could dance audition. It should still come up. I couldn't even breathe when he was done. I just was like, what? I mean, his form, his everything about him was just everything for any dancer seeing him would just been like laid over. But there was the white panel. And the one bitch, come to find out, the bitch is not even a dancer. She's never done a show. And I only found that out, knowledge converging. I only found that out because I was watching the making of my wife doing the tribute to Michael Jackson for the MTV Awards. And this bitch was one of the people chosen to be one of the dancers. And she's not a dancer. She's a choreographer. I don't know how you can be a choreographer and you don't do shows. Just not understanding. Anyways, but she told him he was arrogant. All this from his dance. Just his dance. You're arrogant and she just tore him down. If I see the bitch to this day, I'm gonna fight her. Like, it's still on for me. I'm never giving that up because he did an audition. Dude, this is about dancing. This isn't about how you feel about it. And where did you get all that from? So what I'm trying to bring to you is that this was just her white inferiority crushing in on her chest. You feel me? Just white inferiority just choking her to death. I'm such an inferior fucking bitch. It's nothing I can ever do. Damn it. Oh, this kid came in here and just killed my entire career. I'm nothing but mediocrity. That's how they get by, on mediocrity. So you need to snatch your children back from them and say, nah, you will not be befriending them or have shit to do with them while you're under my roof. So that when I got into the world, I wasn't mystified at the things that were happening. I identified it because my parents had already gave me the information. Oh, that's demonry right there. It absolutely gave me the beam of light that I needed to be able to see into the darkness. You understand? And has served me my entire life. I've said to you, if you're not telling your children this, you should be carted away with by CPS for child endangerment and child abuse. And I'm very serious about that. It's that critical. If you don't know that, that's the problem. Miss GNX, you're right. Devils love animals so they can have sex with them, or as they call it, making love to their four-legged friends, sick bastards. Yeah, that whole concept also comes from them. You know, again, what I said earlier, they're the ones who pervert and transgress bounds. There's the kids, and now the dog is barking at them. I'm over it. As long as I don't see they bitch ass on our property, we're gonna be good. Andrea, Kinsey, thank you, Andrea. That's who I couldn't think of, the bastard. Remember, I kept telling you guys to think his name is Kizzy, or I could sound something like it's Kinsey. Kinsey, that's the bastard. I showed you a picture of him. I showed you a picture of him and the John Money dude. Very sickening and evil. Anjane, dang, Oprah was a great weight at that time. She was. And you know what, I can tell you she is to some degree, because you know, when the last rally was the last rally that I went to before Barack was elected. It was out at UCLA. It was Super Bowl Sunday. It rained, and still 17,000 people showed up on Super Bowl Sunday in the rain, bitch. Anyway, we didn't know. It was just an Obama rally, so we going, you feel me? But they hadn't let us know, even as precinct captains, we didn't know that Barack wasn't there. Indeed, the keynote speaker was Michelle LaVaughn Robinson Obama, you understand? But we had Kathleen Kennedy, we had Maria Shriver, we had Stevie Wonder, and somebody else, and Oprah, goddammit, Winfrey. In fact, I think it was Kathleen Kennedy, when she gave this big build up, she goes, and you thinking she's talking about Michelle or somebody, just not, you know, and like, or another local politician or something. She goes, and she gets this whole introduction. So, ladies and gentlemen, Oprah Winfrey. You heard 17,000 people go, oh, before you even heard the applause. If you can go and find that on C-SPAN, like go search C-SPAN's website, because I'm there. You go search C-SPAN's website, I promise you that's what you're going to experience. You'll hear 17,000 people go, oh, before the applause. But I mention it because Oprah came down the rope line after they were all done. And that's when I saw, when she came on the stage, I'm standing up front. I'm standing maybe 10 feet from Oprah Winfrey. I'm standing in front of her. Wow. It was something. Her power is in her walk even, dude. It's something to see her, you know, and me, somebody who's not into material things and jewelry and shit, I did learn that day, oh, that's what diamonds look like. That's what they looked like. Fire was coming off her ears. She had these hoop diamond earrings on. It just looked like fire coming off of her ears. That's all I could remember, you know. And hi everybody, as she came down. She wasn't making it about her, so she didn't stop to shake hands and sign autographs and stuff. She just kept it pushing. But it was there. It's Oprah. It's Oprah. Like, yeah, I never thought I would be in the same building as her, let alone have her just a couple feet away from me. Unreal. And Gayle King. Gayle could get it. She looked like a rag on TV, man, but I seen her in person. Gayle could get it. I'm on record. Gayle could get it. Just, you would have been very impressed with Gayle King. I'm just telling you. If you see her in person, you'd be like, oh wow, she really, wow, Gayle, is that you, girl? You know. So Oprah's not really as big as she's seen. And like I say, this day we see, I'm like, oh, that's what she really looked like. But I know that subconsciously because I've been on television. I know people. It just never dawned on me, even now to this day. I'll think about it now after having this conversation, but I never remember that, oh, they're actually thinner than that, you know. So think about it also when we saw Whitney come out on the Michael Jackson thing and she looked like a twig. She was a twig to the people in the room because TV adds 10 pounds to you. So that 10 pounds didn't do shit for Whitney. just didn't do it. Angeline, Jedi, I hope you're doing well. I am, alhamdulillah. I mentioned to you all last night that I found out I have high cholesterol and my PSA. PSA stands for prostate specific antigen, by the way, and that number is off the charts now, and my doctor is concerned. Moving on, we'll discuss. Richard, you say Kinsey, Masters, and Johnson. There are plenty of videos right here on YouTube that will inform you of what their agendas was. Perfect. Yes. So pick up that information, everybody. That's knowledge that Richard is dropping. You know, you can go and see the evil that these people have done for yourself. Go and check out this Kinsey bullshit. You understand? Go even find the Oprah interview. I would even go that far. I probably will. You know? Sweet D. Okra is definitely in the club. Is that a play on Oprah? Or are you really do mean okra? Sweet D, you killing me. Your audio is messing up. Is it? Thank you, D. Everybody else will sit there and not tell me a damn thing. And then I watch it back and I go, how come nobody told me shit? Like, then I want to fight every one of you guys. Let me check my own damn audio. Your audio is messing up. Is it? Thank you, D. Everybody else is. And I'm shining. Okay, thank you, Anjanae, as well, for looking out for the brother. Thank you, Original Jewess. Ms. Matthews, shout out to you, Queen. MW, Okra killed his channel. Oh, damn it. Thank you, Richard, for being prudent. Cheryl, thank you. Oh, it jumped, y'all. Damn it. Damn. Okay. Where am I at? Thank you, Andrea, if I didn't think you're ready. Miss GNX. Kiara. Shout out to you, Queen. And I want to say this to you, Kiara. I hope you're hearing me now. And is this real time? What time do you leave the message? Oh, damn. I hope you're still here, Kiara. Because, you know, I'm so not sophisticated on social media and stuff. But I don't know when I realized that's you on Instagram. And I could see you. First of all, your family, you all are beyond beautiful. Like are y'all Eritrean? Are you Somali? Are you Ethiopian? Something. You're so beautiful. Like, my God, I can't even. And wow, dude. Just wow. I just wanted you to know that, because I'm like, I gotta let her know that I do see you on Instagram. I don't know when I made the type, because you know the name is all one or something. Something precluded me from knowing or understanding or recognizing something. But I appreciate you, Kiara. Wow. I love you more, Anjanae. I do. Correction, Jedi. Got to capitalize the J. You feel me? Appreciate the respect, Queen. Back at you, baby girl. Miss GNX. And that dinner just turned into hot grits and hot grease. That's right. That you were listening. I always give that analogy, you know. when I talk about knowledge equals action. D Mike, shout out to you. Jedi, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad. I was in jail because I knocked out this prejudiced bastard, I'll say. He was bothering me. Wow. Self-defense is real, brother. That's all I can tell you. You know, it's like this. We should have been at the point of, we're not vigilant enough as a people, we have righteous cause for violence, like not just random, just to be, some menace. Like we have legitimate reason to trigger off on anybody at any time for any reason. So I'm not mad. I'm sorry you had to go to jail though, D. Sorry about that. But the alternative would have been the stress you would have had to carry for not knocking the fuck out the person. Simply Sandra. Jedi, I have to say good night to you and everyone. It is 11:16 Eastern. I have an early meeting tomorrow morning. Have a good night. Good night to you, Sandra, if you're still there. Or you'll probably see it later. Good night. And I'm glad you even mentioned it because I wasn't really conscious of the time or even how long I've been on. I haven't even been on 2 hours yet. So I'm not doing too bad on time. And I'm seeing the cardiologist tomorrow. J9, shout out to you. Glad to see you. Oh, well, thank you. Because I was complaining that I'm shining and nobody was telling me. You feel me? Okay, good to know, Kiara. You are still here. Alhamdulillah. Chocolate Rhythm. Shout out to you. And thank you. Wow. Thank you. No, I was still looking at J9's comment and then Chocolate Rhythm. Shout out to you. Kiara, thank you so much. I'm blushing. I mean it. I never say anything that I don't mean. I mean that. Anjane, yes, knock that motherfucker out. Absolutely, dude. Because my problem is I don't live in the right place, obviously. Like, I'm waiting, like Cedric say, I wish a motherfucker would. I'm waiting. You feel me? Waiting. That's a song. There's always music in my head. Waiting. Song, just trust me. Okay, I think I got everybody. No. Cheryl, Jedi, you will be fine during your cardiology doctor visit. Yeah, it's just before I even found out that I have some off the charts high cholesterol, I'd already told my doctor earlier this year. It's towards the beginning of the year. I was, because I wanted to have a battery of stuff done, just, gearing up to leave for Africa. And, I'm getting old and you just kind of want to know the status of where you at. I've never seen a cardiologist in my life. And I just told my doctor, yeah, just send me to a cardiologist. I just would like to have a checkup, And so that was before we understood that I have high cholesterol. But I'm not going to take any of the high cholesterol medication that they gave me. I just immediately went into get your cholesterol. First, I Googled to see, can you lower your cholesterol naturally? You can. And I know me. I just sometimes I overeat when I know I'm getting too thin, trying to make up, and I just eat everything that you're not supposed to eat. But I'm not really eating a lot of junk though. I mean, not like that. Like I never go to like a fast food restaurant. I'm never at fast food restaurants. I don't I eat healthy. So I mean, I'm not really understanding, but you know, anyways, I just need to be more active, and I have been, and I've just changed some things in my diet, you know, and just gonna do the best I can. Like because I talked to the pharmacist, you know, when they about the cholesterol medication, and I just don't trust medicine no damn way, you know. And I know that this temple that holds my soul has been given everything that it needs. When something is not right, your body is telling you you need to do something. So it's just change, you know. Yeah. But thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that, though. That's very kind of you. D Mike, I didn't have to pay court costs when I got out, so the Most High blessed me. That devil looks stupid. Allahu Akbar. They won't do the shit again. So you actually did a good thing for all of humanity. So you actually did a charity work. I mean, you was helping out and stuff. I mean, that's how I see it. You were helping. Kiara, would the camel's milk help? Absolutely. And but you see, you must understand, I've been on a crunch. I told you guys from the time I announced, that's it. I'm gonna do whatever I can. I'm moving to Africa. From that moment on, I told you guys I started downsizing my life. I've done everything that I told you that I was going to do. I've done it. Wallahi, I've done it. And among that was cutting out everything. So camel's milk is expensive. It was nothing for me when I wasn't moving to Africa. But I needed to put together my money. I asked you all for 10,000, and we know how that went. And camel's milk, I was probably spending, with shipping and all of that, I was just at about $300, you know, because I'd order like 24 pints at a time, you know. And but I will say this though, because I'm seeing the cardiologist tomorrow, and then I forget when my appointment is for the urologist with this prostate specific antigen number being back up. You know, I really don't want to have no more biopsies. I had 2 when they had diagnosed me in 2010 with prostate cancer. And like I said, the second one they came back, they said we couldn't find anything. I don't want to go through that again. So I have a real tough decision to make, you know. Maybe I end up ordering 1 shipment of milk. I don't know. But it's not going to do me any good because there's a part of me that I'm going to talk more about that because I'm completely way off now. But yeah, a short answer is yes, Kiara. Yes, definitely. Not even a question. And I just will button it up to say this, that I know that if I hear something I don't like, then obviously that's definitely going to be my go-to, you know, because I know what that does. So it's just, you hate to do anything when you're trying to, and there's some things I can't say because I want to say them on Jedi Africa. Just I'll pick it up from there. As I said to you guys last night, if anybody who's seeing me now or who will see this later, I have a very, 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 very important update for you on my journey to Africa that you do not want to miss. I thought I would do it today, but I needed to finish this because this was so enraging and timely, because this was our subject matter last night. There's no need for you to put a space in between that with something else and then now this, you know, like this is right now. But I do kind of favor being live on the weekend for some reason. I don't know what it is with me, but we're going to be together very soon, in the next day or two, over on Jedi Africa. So definitely be checking for that. Jedi Cheryl, Jedi, you are not old at all. You just need to have a healthy diet and have at least a exercise routine. That's my issue. I'm not exercising, and since I moved here in 2017, I'm not dancing, you know. Like I don't need to ride bikes or go to the gym or anything. I dance, y'all. I still dance to this day, and it's nothing for me. That's how I get everything going. Like music is always in me, and dance is always in me, and I'm just out of form, you know. Even before I got this high cholesterol diagnosis, I will tell you, what was it, a few weeks ago, I don't know when it was, I saw Janet, or I saw somebody doing Janet. They were doing If. I've done If a million times. I've taught it, for God's sake. And something they did wrong, and I'm like, because maybe it was Janet with new dancers. No, it was some bastard teaching a tutorial. Subhanallah, all knowledge is with Allah. He's teaching If. Some little, he looked like a pixie. There, I said it, damn it. Probably Latino, I don't know what he was. He wasn't white. But the laziness of it. But what I'm saying is because I was like, no, and then I got up and I'm like, no, you dumbass, and I got up on the floor and was doing it. And I was just like winded, and like my agility wasn't there. Like, am I that out of form? What? Because it was after, when they begin If with this, then there's the spin, ta 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 ga da ba. You tuck, kick, the right leg goes out, extend down, kick, extend down, hit, turn, pop, pop, bump, and it was a whole thing. And he was being lazy because they were doing something else for the extend down, extend down, like and it was something else he was doing. It was just pissing me off, and I got up on the floor to do it, and I was just like, couldn't. Or I did it, but I was heavy, and I was sluggish, and it just, so that should have told me something right there. Anyways, but I do eat healthy though, Cheryl, and you know, but I also have to balance, because I know people that are vegan and vegetarian, but I just have always had a weight problem my entire life. So I also have to always consider things that will sustain my weight, you know. It's a whole thing, you know. But like even last night I had roasted broccoli and cauliflower, and I made some turkey meatballs, you know. And then during the day, I'm eating a bunch of oatmeal. I'm making shakes with bananas and peanut butter and honey. You know, those are really delicious. And you know, so I mean, I'm doing my thing, and I'm looking up stuff more like, okay, is this high in cholesterol? Like, here's what I did learn, and I'm gonna shut up about this. Vegetable oil, which I rarely use. I usually just I don't usually use vegetable oil. I usually use canola oil. Either one of them are bad, because I mostly, like when I roast vegetables, I use olive oil. Most of the time I'm using olive oil. But if I'm going to make, you know, like French fries or something that, you know, requires more oil, than I usually would use canola. Don't do that. Wait, I'm hearing my computer. But if I'm going to make, French fry, don't do it, everybody. It causes high cholesterol. Vegetable fucking oil, bitch. And canola. Don't do it. Don't do it. And for my brothers, since we're on the subject of oil, for my brothers, any of your hair that you need to be baby soft, like the Jedi, somebody screenshot me. Pose. No, anyways, just coconut oil. And even to my women, because coconut oil is the only oil that can really penetrate the hair shaft. Everything else is just topping. So it's one of the things, like when you wash your hair, you wash your beard, and my brothers, after you dry it, when it's still just damp, go in with your coconut oil. It'll be baby soft. Okay, now this doesn't want to roll. Cheryl, you go on to say, Jedi, you're not old at all. I just read that. You just need to have a healthy diet and at least a moderate exercise routine. Yeah. Evelyn, Salaam Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jedi, the only foods with cholesterol are animal products and byproducts. Stress could also be a factor. Stress is particular leads to a lot of health issues for Black folks. That's the truth, and I know that to be the truth. And I hadn't even considered stress because I have been very stressed out over the last several years, at different times. I've had some really dark windows. When I first moved here in 2017, I've never been more stressed out in my life. Everything was a nightmare for me, dude. Everything. So yes, I do have to manage stress, and with that comes more rest, so I'm trying to do better when it comes to even rest. Inshallah, all will be well going forward. Inshallah. And Jazakallah khair. Kiara, understandable. D Mike, Jedi, the thing that bothered me when I got in the jail, there was smeared blood on the wall, and when I was asleep, this crazy guy woke me up to ask me, did I catch the episode of the Smurfs? Wow. And I was just gonna say wow without you even saying it. Like, I can't. What state are you in, D? J9, lemon or lime water daily for alkaline. Cancer thrives in acid environment. And I know that to be true. Thank you for the reminder, J9. Thank you for the reminder. And I do generally have honey and warm water in the mornings because it's one of the many habits of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But yes, and I always have limes and lemons here. In fact, even my roasted vegetables that I did last night, I usually drizzle them with lime. When I finish roasting them, I usually drizzle them with lime and honey. And so, yeah, I'll just pick that up a little bit more because there has been times I am feeling acidic. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's a bell ringer for me, J9. Thank you. Evelyn, you say canola oil doesn't have cholesterol. I thought that, and one of the things I love about canola oil is its high viscosity. So if you let's say you're just frying some chicken, vegetable oil, your chicken is going to be dark and may not be done. Canola oil, it'll still be bright, like brown, and you could overcook it. You feel me? But it's not going to be dark. So it's just it has a higher viscosity. It's just a better oil than vegetable oil. I rarely ever buy vegetable oil. Chocolate rhythm, yes. Stress is another thing, Jedi. It really is, you know. And I've been under a lot of stress, you know. And then you guys know too, even when it was the rush, when I thought me and my sister were going to Africa together, when I was going to be going for her marriage, and then that didn't happen, and that was a big arc of stress for me, you know. At the time, my nephew and I weren't speaking. He wasn't speaking to me. And it just, you know, and I blame her, and it was the whole thing. I was just, I mean, I've come back to myself, you know, but there was some, yeah, a lot of stress going on that I hadn't even considered in this whole medical picture. So I appreciate you all for your thoughts. You go on to say rest is so important. I know you had and have issues with sleep. Yeah, but I'm trying to do better. I'm just doing as best I can, you know. And I'm finding days where even if I use my sleep to go to sleep, when I wake up, I still try to go back to sleep on my own to get the real sleep. You know, it's a whole process with me. D, Tennessee. Wow. My girl, Anjanae, is your neighbor, D. Tennessee, Tennessee, take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan. Dude. Oh man, I do the cut. Take me to another land. Take me to, oh, that was the joy. Y'all don't even know. J9. Metamucil fiber is good for cholesterol. Appreciate that. I'll put that on the back burner. Like I said, I try to do everything in life naturally. Like I can't remember the last time in my life I ever had a headache, dude. Like I generally do listen to my body, and that's why this is kind of surprising for me. Even the prostate thing is surprising before you get to the cholesterol, because I really don't eat red meat. And I don't eat any processed meat. That's out. Like I don't eat sandwich meat, hot dogs, sausage. I don't have any of that stuff. I never buy that. I don't eat it. I don't. I know that has nitrate in it. It's bad for the male prostate. Every once and again, I will get like when I say once again, like years. Like I don't know the last time I fixed steak, and I got 2 ribeyes in my refrigerator right now. But I take it medicinally, like I need to eat this for this type thing, you know. Like I don't have any love of any food where I must have this or I'll die. I can't go on, you know. But I'm just trying to say I don't really. When I look across my diet, I'm just trying to think, well, what the fuck am I doing that would even make me eligible? Like I don't even have milk that often, and when I do, that's half and half. Like I mean, you know, some things are, no matter what you do, there's shit that's in the atmosphere. You know, they spray us and all kinds of stuff, man. Anjanae said, why did I know he would say Tennessee? And she's doing this look as she said it. D Mike, Jedi. I remember that song, plus Jedi fasting and prayer. And I fast a lot too. I just came through Ramadan, for God's sake. Will get you out of any trouble you're into, including stress. But fake preachers won't tell people that. That's the truth. And, you know, like I said, we just recently finished Ramadan in May. We just finished Ramadan. Anyway, so there's some things I know I need to do, you know, and I'm doing, I should say. I'm already taking steps to do things. Yeah, I don't do coffee, Kiara, but you're saying coffee, black coffee, I think is good for cholesterol too. I'm definitely going to take these things under advisement. You know, like I don't even drink coffee. You know, I have a coffee maker here in my house that I've had for a billion years, but I only kept it at my house because my father used to like coffee. So I just would have it. So when dad came, I could make coffee for him, or he could make coffee for himself, but I don't drink coffee. Last time I had coffee was many, many years ago, and it was an iced coffee. You know, like I don't even do that. Like I'm very basic. Like, although I'm a really good cook and I could cook you just about anything you would name. So it just, but what I do know is that I know the body's ability to heal itself. Like if I cut myself right now, this is one of the ways that you see God. If I cut myself right now, oh my God, I'm bleeding, I can't go on, send a nurse. But my body, why does my body heal? That you're seeing the will of God being executed. You seeing it. Because how would you heal? If I punch a hole in my wall, it doesn't heal. Well, just wait. I'm sure the hole, I don't understand. It's a month later and why there's still a hole in my wall. I don't understand. But the body can heal, but not only heal, but quickly, you know. It's a very quick moving system, our whole life. And you being aware of that. So when I hear anything, I just know, okay, I need to do something different. You know, like this information is information for me. You got to do something different, you know. So that's what I got to do. And so it shall be, you know, inshallah. We're doing good on time. I'll go another 10 minutes. So we ended an even hour. Sounds right to me. What else that I want to share with you all that I haven't? Because there's nothing worse. I get off and I go, oh shit, I could have done, you know. Oh, my God, first of all, I need to plug in this damn thing. I'm at 6%. That's why I come ready, because I know the shit will turn against me. So much I go through, only problems know you. Wait, if I can get to plug it in. Ah, damn it. Hey, Joe. This thing is being purposely difficult. What? Okay, wait, that's not what I need. I need this. Oh, here's what I can tell you, because why I won't know what I should be telling you is because this is my old phone that I've had forever now. And it has quick memo on it. Suddenly, and that's why when I tell you guys, I'll get inspiration, I just speak it. Oh, something, and I speak it. Well, suddenly it was asking me to agree to some agreement and shit. No, bitch, this is just me personal on the, it's on my phone. You're not part of this. It's not on the internet. Kiss my entire ass. And it wouldn't let me get to my messages unless I agreed. Then suddenly I was locked out, and it was asking me for my PIN that I never established. Like, what? So anyways, the white man is the devil. So we have to come back to that. Again, any evil, because who else did it? Who else did that? So I can't use quick memo anymore. So I don't know how or where to make notes for anything now. you know, and I lost a lot of my notes, stuff that is important. Not even just stuff to share with you. There's stuff that I don't have it. So I, of course, just got rid of the entire thing on my phone because it could be spying on me or some bullshit. I don't know. The white man is the devil. I put no evil past them. Let me see if something prompts me here that I don't remember. I don't know why I screenshotted that. I will tell you this also, everybody. I'm working on re-releasing. You know, you guys are always asking for my old videos, which I don't have. But every once again, I come across something, you know, because I had over 2,000 videos on my old channel. Like, there's no way to hold all that on my computer. Just unless you got a separate hard drive for that, you got to get rid of stuff. But and so during those years, I was deleting stuff because I don't need it. It's on YouTube. I don't need it. It's on YouTube, and then your YouTube gets shut down. So I did find this one piece that I did, and I'm gonna have to upload it very carefully because they have now a way that when you upload stuff, you can have it be checked. But of course, they play games with black people, so we'll have a short video I'm uploading. It'll be like, the checking is taking longer than usual. Yeah, bitch, because it's me. Fuck you. And you're waiting to watch the entire fucking video or some shit. That's why another reason why there is no algorithm. There isn't. There's somebody to watch your black ass. So this will probably take many, many months to clear because I have a lot of clips that I'm using in it that were fine at the time, but they're good for something being totally fine on somebody else's channel at a different time. And here they come later, like, well, if it's not been a problem for fucking 5 years, why is it a problem now? You know, I mean, stuff like that. But it's a piece that I did in 2015, and I have to edit it because there's references to I'm speaking as if it's 2015, and I just need to edit stuff out that's that. So it just seems like a fresh piece for you. It's about how sitcoms affect like the evil that's in sitcoms, and I'm using different clips and showing you the evil of things, and it's a forensic piece. It's fantastic. I enjoyed it myself watching it. I'm like, that's tight. You know, so I'm working on that. D Mike, you say I should have used my other account, but I'm on another phone, plus I'm a mod, plus Jedi, if you want to do a one-on-one Wednesday or Thursday, I can tell you the whole story. I would love that. How do I commit? You know, by the way, if anybody that's on right now, either you're in the chat or you're not, the reason why I started doing StreamYard is A, so I can highlight your comments, and B, if you want to come on the live, you can. I'm only mentioning now because what you just said, D, because I just kind of gave up on my people, you know, like, okay, if y'all not interested, but I'll just put the link in the chat so that I did it. And there it is. Wait. I should have said live, not link, or not chat. Join the live with this link. There, it's in there. Anyways, I would love to know though. I would. Wednesday or Thursday. It's too early for me to know. I'll know after tomorrow. We'll say that. Because I don't like to give my word unless I can keep it. You know, that's one of my firm traits about myself that I do love. If I give you my word, that's it. You know, if I say I'm gonna kill you, you should probably change your address and be checking for me, because I don't waste my time to utter things that I don't mean. And I definitely don't like to make commitments if I don't plan to keep them. But yes, I'm definitely interested now. Plus, you know, I don't know if you remember, Dee, but I was also, you know, I was a corrections officer for several years. You know, I did 2 years of juvenile corrections, and then I worked in a men's correctional facility for 3.5 years, three or 3.5 years. So I'm very up on all things corrections. Let us understand. J9. For your information, research the benefits and use of hydrogen peroxide, food grade. Okay. I generally keep hydrogen peroxide in the house, you know. I haven't bought it in quite some time because I started getting away from toothpaste, and I used to use peroxide. It's just good to have in the house. You know, peroxide is just, you just have peroxide as one of the things you have in the house. But I haven't bought it in a long time. I also haven't bought toothpaste in a long time because I started only using baking soda. Like, that's it. No toothpaste. None. Not at all. Andrea, you say, I miss your old videos. They're all, well, they all were awesome. And if I had $1 for everybody that told me that, I would just be a king. I am a king, but I'm saying I'd be a wealthy king, you know. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah. So, and in full disclosure, you know, there's some other, every once in a, I sure I deleted them, but anything that was scraggling that I still had left over that was still on my computer, some of it is just not uploadable, you know, because maybe I have clips in it that I'm using. Some of them are just, you know, I still have The White Man is the Devil video, which is one of my earliest videos. I still have that on my computer. Yeah, I still have that one. But this one that I'm telling you about is really fantastic, and I'm looking forward to being able to release that and share it with you. I just have to do the editing, you know, and then when I upload it, wait for it to be checked. Because then even after they finish, whenever they do finally finish, they'll still tell you, oh, even though we checked it, it could still be, like, basically it could still be some bullshit later. So just like, I can't. You look at any of the big black YouTubers now, they're all sellouts. And most of them, or many of them, are preaching this, they're joining like the Trump train, you know. They're suddenly, you know, left and right and conservative and shit, you know. And it's, black people are the widest gaping asshole that you're ever going to see sometimes. Just, I can't. It's so defeating. So that's this, everybody. I told you last night that I would present to you. I wasn't sure if I would, because sometimes things just leave my soul. I feel the energy of it, and then I feel like the moment for it is past. So I may or may not share the Nigerian thing with you. In fact, it's a montage video, because it's not just the Nigerian mass shooting, allegedly. It's also, I think I did a story. There's some KKK dropping flyers, but I'm telling you about the dude that's doing the report, and there's some other thing, because, you know, I also go around the other end of the story. For me, it's never really just what they're presenting, because there's all kinds of other shit that's happening. This was that, and I can't remember everything that I covered. It's a multi subject video. It's done. I just didn't release it because I just felt like the moment had passed, really, you know. I was still in the energy of the Buffalo shooting and the sister that was shot 5 times, and it's just like I just feel like sometimes you just feel like the window has passed, kind of, you know. And I'm just not really interested in putting anything out that's not going to be relevant, you know, because I'm fine with something that may not be, quote, relevant, but I'm intellectually mature. But sadly, many of my people are not. That's just the truth of it, everybody. Anjane, I still feel like you should fight for your old channel. It's not worth it, you know. I feel like the window for that passed, you know, because its mission is not worth it. Like, that's all my revolution, liberation, let's do it. Nobody's interested. So I don't need it back. I don't. The only gratifying thing for having it back would just be, oh, all my work in tears, you know. But, you know, I'm good. And yeah. And I'm not one to, especially for this white devil, like, I need to go and beg them for my shit back. Kiss my entire ass. You know, like I say, I'm the Jedi. I'm not a channel. I'm the intellectual property. It's me. Can't shut me down. I still exist. You know. D-Mike, Jedi, did you remember Tanisha Chapel? The girl they let suffer and die in jail? We can talk about too, since they forget on the one-on-one. Absolutely. Define this one-on-one for me. D, are we going to speak on the phone? Are we going to be online? I'm not understanding. Set the stage for me. But yes, I do remember Tanisha, because if we talk about the same sister, because she was already telling them she wasn't feeling well, and white bitches were denying, and then she's in one room, and it just is a whole thing, and eventually, like, she died because they dragged their ass, you know, when she was telling them that she wasn't feeling well and need to go to the hospital. And, you know, and there was a brother that just died not too long back, that he was wrongfully pulled over. They were sniffing and checking for, you know, trying to fish for something. And, you know, he ends up going to jail. And then there's the video of them going in, of him going into the cell. And then later they come in to check on him and he's dead. And you see all these white devils come running, but only like 80 people come running, but one person goes in the cell. So why didn't just one person come running if all y'all was going to do is stand outside the cell and just do absolutely the fuck nothing? I mean, it's just, you know, so, you know, Anjane, nope. The youth needs to see it because they are the ones that will create change. You know, it's just the bureaucracy of it too. Like, I'm just too busy. Like, I realize too, like, even this, I told you guys, even you guys know that follow me on Jedi Africa, you know, the nightmare was that I went through just to get my damn passport. You know, I just don't have any more energy. Like, my cup is just, it just doesn't have the same, my cup ain't full no more, you know. So I don't know, you know. I just, you know, it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. I still exist, you know. D Mike, I thought on that day I can just hop on your StreamYard and I will be on the video just like you. That works for me, D. Yeah. Absolutely. And I could probably commit to that more freely and more realistically, like, you know, foresee it. You said what day? What'd you say? Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday's probably good for me. What time? I don't know. But Thursday probably looks good for me. I would love that. Yeah, they was mocking her when she was hitting the panic button in that jail. Yeah, that's the same sister. You know, if we just could understand an eye for an eye, a lot of stuff would be over. You know, it's a very simple proposition. You don't have to be brilliant. You don't have to be inspired. You don't have to be anything. Bitch, you punch me, I knock you the fuck out, and then we don't have no more problems. That's really the truth of it. That's really the truth. That's not like, that's the truth. You feel me? It's when you don't knock somebody the fuck out that they'll come back and keep picking at you. That's why white people continue to fuck with us the way they do, because we just haven't done the proverbial knock them the fuck out. Anjane, I understand. I'm so furious I'm so fortunate. See how furious I am? I just see furious when it doesn't exist. I'm so fortunate I was able to experience it. Thank you. I'm grateful for that too, you know. I mean, here would be the only value of it for me now, because that I'd be able to go back and see work that I've done, you know, because when I'm, even now, sitting here, I'm in it. I'm not experiencing it until later or tomorrow. Sometimes I'll see something back within the first few hours after I made it, or the next day or something. And then it's not really until I see it the next time down the road that I really evaluate it and get into it then, you know. And so that would be the value of seeing that work again, because I speak from the heart, and I'm not here for any agenda, you know. There was a guy that I was watching in Tanzania recently, and he got on my nerves because every other word was smash the like button and subscribe. Literally, wallahi. Every word was that, and it just got on my fucking nerves. Like I was ready to type him a message that would cuss him out and tell him, you know, it was that aggravating for me. Like, but I use him because that's what most people are on YouTube for. From day one, I've said that would be the value also, so people can see just how fucking consistent I am as a human being. Like, I really am that dude. I really am that consistent. SubhanAllah. I wish people could just see my first video. I'm saying the same shit to this day. I'm not here for shit else other than what I tell you I'm here for. That's it. But everybody else is not here for that. You feel me? Everything's an angle and a scheme, and how do they get more likes and views and shit? And, you know, I mean, what is yours, you know. And the other thing I appreciated about that is because I got to 23,000 subscribers, and I wasn't screaming subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. You know, I wasn't. I don't want anybody around me in life doing anything that's not invested in me. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I need two-way love. You know, I know what's in my pot, what I can give out, but I got to show that you got to show me you want it first. Then you get it. You feel me? That's with anything. Like, but if I had to coax you, it ain't really, maybe it's not really mine. Maybe, well, I don't know. I'm in doubt, you know, but that comes to you on its own. You know, it's a simple analogy. You're just walking home one day and there's a puppy that follows you home. That's very different than a puppy you saw and went and got it and carried it home. And now it's loving you and lapping you. But you took it home though. So I have to know the love is real. for anything. Like, is it real? Give, you know, like, come show me, and then okay, then we good, you know. I think that's probably why all my relationships, even though they just happen that way, I never searched for love. It always came to me. Maybe that's why my relationships were always so successful, because I know who I am and I know what I have to offer and what I'm here to give. And so if you come to my honey net, you're going to get something good. You feel me? But if I bring it to you, maybe you won't appreciate it because it came to you. But I'm the opposite. I appreciate it more if it comes to me. It's a whole thing. Anyways. D, you say day, night, about 10 or 11, or what's good for you, Jedi. That sounds really good, you know, and I'm familiar with your time zone because I have the occasion to speak to Anjane. And yeah, so I think probably Thursday is probably good for me. Um, uh, um, yeah, I think I can commit to Thursday, D. Yeah, yeah, I think I could commit to Thursday, safely and confidently, and with confidence. Confidence, I could commit to Thursday. I don't know why Wednesday seems so weird to me. I'm saying Thursday. I said it. Yeah. So we'll say Thursday. That feels good for me. What else? I'll think of it when I get off. I know I will. There was something else. That's why I'm stalling, y'all, because there is something. All knowledge is with Allah. You just have to let it go sometimes, you know. And then it will come back to you. MashaAllah. So I want to say that I love you guys all. I want to thank everybody who was able to be here tonight. A lot of faces I haven't seen in a while. Some new faces. I'm really pleased about that. I see your confirmation, D. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm really looking forward to that because I tell you guys, and I think it just goes past people's ears. It must, because I've said it a number of times over the years, since very early on, since before this channel, since the old channel. Like, you guys see and hear me, but I don't ever get a chance to see or hear you, most of you. I'm grateful for my band of some of my followers who I have been able to be more personal with. You know, we text, we call, and there's a real familiarity there, you know. But I'm robbed by you. That's why I used to bitch so much about the thumbnail, and then I just got tired of bitching about it, you know. I just got tired of it, and I just thought, how can people exist in that? That's so unhuman to me. That's why I don't understand a lot of these social media personalities that have all these followers. They're not interested in even one of them. Not even one. They're not. They're not. They're not. It's fake. They're not. They're not. They're not. I don't know anybody else that has bitched at their viewers that they haven't seen them except for me. I don't know anybody else because they don't give a fuck that I do. And it just seems like the natural order of things. Like when I used to, that was one of the things I remember my very first ever live stream. These kids need to get their bitch ass in the house because that dog is barking at every fucking thing you do. Take your shit in the house. Now they made me lose my train of thought. I was going to say, oh, my first live stream that I ever did. I'm never nervous in front of people. I've been on stage in front of many thousands of people. And I just, that's not my bag. I'm not nervous, you know, but that first ever live stream, everybody kept telling me, when are you, because my channel had grown so big and I hadn't done a live stream. I don't know what subscriber count I was at the time, but people just kept saying, when are you gonna do a live stream? Are you gonna do a live stream? And I just thought, yeah, when I learn how, I will, you know, because everything is organic with me. Like it just happened. That's when anything is the best, when it just let it happen. Just let it happen. And so this was no different. And but that first live stream, I was so nervous because I was only nervous because I didn't know the parameters. I don't know who can see me. How can they see me? How much control over this do I have? It was just like, the unknown of it, I don't know. So I just feel like I'm just out here. Like, I may as well just pull my pants down. It's whatever. I just feel like, ugh, you know? And that's how I don't understand people with just a thumbnail where nobody's ever seen you. You've heard me bitch early on, and I pissed a lot of people off, and I'm glad about it, and I would do it again. You know, when I first came to YouTube, there was this one dude, he's very nasal. Like he sounded like he 100% had a cold every fucking time you heard a video. And I just went down his channel and not a single fucking video was he on camera for. And I just thought, how can people be engaged with somebody they never fucking saw? How? Meanwhile, I can't go but such a stretch where I feel like you need to be on camera now, Jedi. Like, come on. Out of respect for you, but you don't give me the same respect back. Speaking generally, not you, the individual, you, my audience. You don't give that back to me. But I'm always thinking in terms of courtesy and love. That's the blood that runs through my veins. So if I'm thinking, okay, you need to be live, you need to do a live, or you need to be on camera. If it's not live, if I've gone too many recorded videos, it's like, yeah, you kind of need to be on camera for this now. Just your people need to see you. You know, they follow you, they should see you. That's how I think. But nobody ever thinks, you know, the Jedi's never seen my tired ass the entire time I've known him. And so maybe I should just make myself available and he could see me or something. You know, I mean, you know, like, I mean, it's natural to me. I just don't understand. But there are people that just do that. It's a thing, like internet, social media. I don't understand it. That's why I do it on my terms. I speak when I'm inspired or when I feel like I got some shit I gotta say and whatever. Like I don't got no schedules to be on. You know, I'm definitely gonna put out 2 videos every week. I do lives on Friday and all the fuck that. I do shit when I feel like it. And when I feel like I have something that I need to contribute or something, you know, then it's time, you know. Don't force anything in life. Let it happen. Let it happen. Casera, casera. Because that's going to be what it's going to be at the end anyways, you know. Just let it happen, man. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. And so I've just been organic in that way, you know. The only thing I was committed to on a schedule on my old channel was when I do my show reviews. Because you can't control when shit come on TV. That damn haves and have-nots is coming on every fucking week, and your bitch ass, your people are waiting for your damn review after the damn show is over. You know, that used to get on my nerves on Tuesday night. Damn it, it's Tuesday. Fuck, because you've committed. You know, people are waiting for it. There's people that are waiting for you. Give a fuck what else is on the internet. They're waiting for your ass. And I was just like, oh, this is so weird. But I really loved the show. That's why I started doing the reviews. Again, organic. I really like this show. People need to know about it. Not, ooh, this will get me views. You know, I like this damn show. My people need to know about this damn show. I'm doing a review. And that's how it started. And then I had the best review on the internet. And that's how I opened up proclaiming that, you know. But that was taxing because you have to watch the episode. I don't have a DVR. And so I got to sit there and watch the fucking episode and try and get everything I can. Meanwhile, the chick, Ashley, God love her, but her ass was literally sitting up there watching the episode while she's doing the review. I don't know if her viewers ever caught on to that shit because most people are blind to shit and shit don't get past me. But she must have a DVR because the moment the episode's over, it's not even over and she's already starting her review, so she can get out ahead of everybody else. There was only one time I think I beat her, and I had something like 36,000 views, and she's usually way up there, and I beat her ass finally. But you know, I mean, but she's here for a totally different reason than me. She's a different human being than me. Her whole existence in life is totally separate than why I breathe, you know. So I'm not mad at her, and more power to her. But I'm just giving you the example to say how much work that was to commit to that every week. I dreaded Tuesdays. Glad to watch the show. Glad the show. And then I started doing If Loving You Is Wrong because I love that show too. And you know, Tyler Perry gave me a shout out on Facebook. And because we pushed that show, we did. I put myself in that because there was no bigger show reviewers on of those two shows online than me and Ashley. It just wasn't. And he knew that we helped to push that show. I mean, there was thousands of people doing reviews, you know, certainly hundreds, I guess. But we pushed that show. We did, and he was grateful for that because to see your show being reviewed by people online, you know, and Ashley would just be on camera doing her thing. Well, I produced a whole opener and everything with the pictures from that night's episode, and I mean titles, and it was a whole production, dude. It was, man. I put a lot of myself out. You don't even know. That's why I've told you guys a million times. A lot of times, not just me, but any of these content creators, stuff you're just clicking on something, you judge and evaluate it. You don't even know the work. Even this tonight, this is work. I'm sitting in my living room chilling, but there's work because first I got to set up the lighting and I got to set up my camera and get the technology ready. But also, it's a whole mental space you got to be into because I got to stay on what it is I came to talk to you about. But I also need that to be a thorough engagement. Otherwise, there's no need for me to be sitting here. So not just to blubber out some shit. You've seen YouTubers where they have a deep topic and they don't have shit to say about it. It's just blubbering. You know, I'm not that dude. I'm a deeper, more profound human being than that. And anyone who's witnessed me or will witness me knows that without me stating it. So that must be channeled. But I also have to consider my audience as well. So I'm thinking about the time, not how long I've been on, but just the time continuum in general of what I'm producing and how much time there's going to be before I can get to my audience. Then I've got to read your comments. How do I time that in between? It looks easy, like I'm just having a great old time, and I am, but there's work involved, you know, and I'm spontaneous. So then when it comes to your comments, I'm reading every comment. I'm interested in what you say. That's why I bitch at you when you don't proofread, because it matters to me that you took time to make a comment. Well, now I want to read it. That's why you typed it. You're communicating with me. That's why I even put myself on camera so that you can be with me in real time. That was the only reason I could see to do live streams when I first started doing them. When people, you know, are you going to do a live stream? Are you going to do a live stream? Yeah, when I learned how to do it. But then it dawned on me, because anything in life for me has to be practical. I don't just do anything because it's the thing to do or it's fancy or it's popular. It has to make sense to me some kind of way. It has to be personal to me. So the practicality of a live stream for me was, oh, well, people can see you in real time. It's one thing you leave a comment on a recorded video and maybe they get back to you. I have always been dedicated to getting back to my people, or at least I leave a heart so you know I read the shit. You know, if I'm just too busy, I can't answer it. You know he read it. He's letting me know he read it. I owe you that. I put it out. I worked. You watched it. It's a give and take. You watched it. You commented. I should let you know I watched it, or I read your comment, or either answer it or both. You feel me? So that's the same thing here. I'm on here live in real time, wherever you're at in the world. You could talk to me right now. And that was very important, especially when I was at 23,000 subscribers, because you had a lot of people watching you. You know, you do one video, you know, the minimum you're going to get is 2,000 views, minimum. Everything else is just bonus after that, but you definitely get at least 2,000. And but you talking about 23,000 people. So but then you're also looking at the view count on the channel. So that was over 500,000, or nearly, or no, that was 4.5 million views, nearly 5 million, approaching 5 million. So 5 million people have been exposed to my image and my voice. 5 million people. So everybody that watches you doesn't subscribe to you. So now your bubble of exposure is bigger than the number that you have subscribed to you. You see, the kid I just showed you tonight, that video I showed you has something like 4,000 views on it, but it only has 100 and something, or 400 something subscribers. But the amount of people that have been exposed to him is greater than that. Do you understand? So it's a lot to put yourself out. And you must remember the type of work that I was doing then. I was getting death threats. I was having people sending me my own address and phone number. Because when we had Google Hangouts, and then when YouTube used to have another way you could send private comments, this was before our Instagram, because at least I wasn't on Instagram, you know, and Twitter and all that stuff. But literally, I mean, you don't know what I've been through, you know. So it's a little, but I come from a place of genuine honesty in everything that I've ever done in life. It's only in the last several years that I began to realize, or at least accept, you're going to pull your goodness back, man. You just have to pull it back, because everybody is not worthy of your shit. Stop just giving it out, you know. And that leads to bitterness and frustration and things like that. But self-preservation, you know, is important, you know. So it's a whole mixed bag. But yeah, the value of having that back would just be able to see my stuff I don't remember that I even did. I don't even remember. I certainly would love to watch any of my show reviews, because they used to crack me up. I cracked my own self up watching that dude. I would practically cry laughing, and just, it was a whole thing. But yeah, that would be the only value, you know. Like, sometimes you'd like to be able to see stuff. Like, I'm still bitter about the fact that my stepmother used to throw stuff out. You come home from school and half of your shit has just been thrown out because she just went through and just decided stuff had to go, you know. I've lost a lot of things over the years. Then when I moved to the East Coast, certainly when I moved from Atlanta to Maryland, somewhere in there, I had a bunch of stuff. Like, I had a whole house in storage, and life came in. I didn't have the money. I lost my storage. I lost so much sentimental stuff, a lot of historical stuff from me. I mean, childhood things. So a channel, I'm kind of good. I've had greater loss. You know, it's a journey, man. It's a journey. It's a journey. It's a journey. Last comments. Jedi, did you remember? Oh, I read that one. Anjane, nope. The youth needs to see. Oh, I read that. D, I thought On that day, I read that. Okay, wait. Scroll down, Jedi. Kiara. Okay, that's Harvey. I think you're talking about. Yes, thank you, Kiara. Thank you, Queen. Yes, just I didn't remember, but when when I saw the name, oh yeah, that is who it was. Like I wouldn't have remembered his name. I didn't. When I saw it, I knew that's it because I remember hearing it. That's the dude. That's the dude. Never was a single ever on fucking camera, and it just ate the shit out of my life. There was another bastard this is when I first came to YouTube. These guys I'm telling you about. There's one fucker who was trying to steal some shit from me. I learned that when I like in the early days, but I feel like he had some dreads or locks or something. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he always wore a white beater. In every fucking video, he starts by lighting a joint or a blunt or whatever they call the damn thing. I mean, I just start seeing black people that I never saw in my life expressing in ways that I thought, like YouTube was a big eye opener for me. It just was like, wow, this is really like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we saying? What's the game? It was really something. G Mike, right. I like to see who I'm talking to at least sometimes. Even if you don't see them all the time, just like, can I just see you one fucking time? Oh, okay. And then you keep it. I mean, whatever. But just like total fucking stealth. Never see me cloak. Nah. Kiara, has anyone seen what Jason Black looks like yet? Jason Black. Why is that? Is his name Jason Black? Or does he go by something else? Is that the announcer voice dude? Like, but they weren't able to do it because the so-and-so. And has sort of that cadence. Is that who we're talking about? Because I ain't never seen that dude. Like, I don't watch him. This is from old. Like, when I first came to YouTube, there was people that stood out for one reason or another. Or people would tell me about somebody or something like that. Like, I've always been a stay in my own lane dude because I'm totally self-contained and confident in my own ability and anything I've ever done in life. That's it. I never need to look over the wall at somebody else. I'm in my own lane. I just do me, But obviously some people came across your radar. This Tommy Sotomayor dude. Oh my God, I can't. Throw ice on me. I was like, why is anybody listening to this dude? Why? It's a whole nother culture that I just didn't understand. So, D, you say, I think you meant never heard of Jason Black. I guess that's why he never showed himself. I think you mean. If I follow you and you don't know I follow you, you don't really owe me shit. But if I follow you and I follow you and I interact with you and all that stuff, at some point you owe me something. You feel me? Like, you need to be on camera, bitch. Like, you feel me? It's just disrespectful. Like, are you not serious about engaging an audience? Is it just kind of, a coin toss for you, or what is it? For me, it's a steady engagement. I don't need to put out a video every day or every week or every month. When I speak, my people come back to me because that's our relationship. But the people who follow me and check for me, they're interested. How they fill themselves up in the meantime, that's not my business, and that's something else. But it's an ongoing engagement with me, with my audience, from day one, from channel one. I'm still the same dude with the same intention. From video one, channel one, day one. It's an ongoing engagement. It's ongoing, you see? And I've been consistent in my work. And anytime that I felt like we're just kind of bogged down with too many people being killed now, then I would say that, like, let's just do something light, or something like that. And then we just kind of get off the beaten path a little bit. But, life is what matters to me, and I live in it, So that's my subject matter. Everything else will present its own self when it needs to be presented and at its own time. And it has, over the years. But, I'm not mad at people who have specific type of things. If you like, some people travel and, that's their thing, or they do food reviews and travel or something, those are specific type of content. The bitch just got sued. Not surprised, because she's trying to be like Barbara Walters / Oprah Winfrey / Diane Sawyer / with her fucking wine glass in her hand, and she's just the worst of our culture. She's not trying to even be feminine and demure. She's just being ghetto and savage, and her whole thing is gossip. Like, that had to run into a wall eventually. You were going to piss the wrong person off, and she did. And Cardi B sued her ass and won, bitch, and won, and won, and won. But that, sadly, is just too much of that. So it's not just her, it's too much of that. Because, see, in my perfect world, we would all be on the same message. So even if you're doing that bullshit, we would know you also got to put out this too. Like, you do this, then you get to do that. You feel me? It's like you have your dinner, then you get to have dessert type thing, But we're just too saturated with that. And those are the main motherfuckers you see with their fucking YouTube button sitting behind them, being rewarded for bullshit. That makes me sick. That makes me very ill. Like, I can't even, I can't. Somebody, all right, bring me something. They're happy to reward bad behavior. Last thing I'll say about it, because I'm going to do a video about it. There's one sister and two dudes who I am on a campaign now to bust their whole fucking bubble. One is a British dude. I think he has a twin. So we don't really know which one we're really looking at, because they're identical and stuff. Gonna have to get investigators on that. That's something. Anyways. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Like, you have to fucking turn it up. You can't even hear. I'm like, what? I can't even. And then his whole, forever, he was like, as if he's gonna become Muslim. But there's scholars on Islam damn near with the shit they put out. And they're reacting to Islamic videos, reacting. Their whole fucking, and they have YouTube buttons behind them. Reacting, bitch. Don't let me start reacting, because I'll shut everybody out. Because nobody has a reaction like me on anything, for anything in life, ever, since I've been alive. That's what I know about myself. But there he was. And finally, the gig was going to be up. So I feel like then he was saying he wanted Sheikh Ahmed Didat to do his Shahada. Not really sure if that happened, not understanding. But then there's another dude who always ends every video with essentially a nobody really knows type thing, although he's so impressed with Islam. And now there's this chick, she's African, she's jumped on the bandwagon. You guys, I don't know, it just, this makes so much sense. What do you think I should do, guys? I think you need to take your bitch ass and take shahada and stop fucking raping off the fucking Muslim community, bitch. That's what you need to do, because it's a ruse, it's a game now. You understand? In fact, the last time that I was on her channel, I sent her a very sharp comment letting her know that Allah sees and knows all things, what you reveal and what you conceal. So let's not play games. You understand? And I had some other choice words for her. But they need to be, this is the thing now, because they get many, many millions of views, or not, well, they might have some millions, but certainly many thousands of views. And that's all fine. But you are feeding into this tiptoe, I don't know shit. Because when you show somebody $100 bill and they know it's $100 bill, they don't have no problem taking it from you. Nobody's ever said, wait, I just have to think about it. Nobody ever does that shit about anything other than the very thing that matters. And that's the journey after this life. That's the only thing everybody's like, I don't know. I'm still deciding. I don't know. In fact, I asked her, one of the things I said in the comment that I sent to her, because it was War and Peace. I said, so when they told you that there was a pandemic, how long did it take you to put a fucking mask on your face then? How long did it take you to do that? But it's taking you this long to figure out whether or not you want to be a Muslim or not? Like, come on. I mean, don't get me started. Like, don't even do it. Don't do it. Because I don't like fakery and disingenuousness. That's also enough to set me off and probably visit your house with some things I can't name. And, you know, I mean, it's just, you know, but that's the game too. You know, they get on my nerves because you're essentially holding other people in purgatory in a way. You're holding and you're giving license to people who want to be in that gray lane, because it's really just about submission. I don't know if I want to live a righteous life. I kind of like being evil. Just say that, because I will party with you and celebrate you for just telling the damn truth. That's what it really comes down to. Because unless you're a complete paraplegic or something and you just don't understand any language spoken by any of humanity, you don't really need that much engagement to really understand whether or not you know that Islam is the truth or not. You just don't need it. It's kind of like, oh, damn, got me again. Urgh, damn that convincing truth. So I'm over their asses too, and I've had enough of them, because at first, like many people, I was rooting them on, like, oh, they're totally gonna become Muslim, like it's, you know, but that's what they're playing with. You feel me? Like, that's what they're playing with. That's the very essence of it. To keep, if you don't think you can hold an audience without a gimmick, take your bitch ass and do something else. That's what you need to do. You understand? That's what you need to do. If you can't hold an audience, then take your shit. Take your shit. Take your shit. Like, I promise I'm saying this. I'm reading your comments and we're going. Back on my old channel. Those of you that have been with me, you know this to be the truth. I didn't know really anybody else. And certainly in my early days, I could literally do 3, 4, 5 hours on camera, no articles, no pictures, no gimmicks, no music, nothing. I don't got shit but me, and hold that audience. Hold it. Hold it. Period. There's something to be said for that. Not for me, but for that. But everybody also says they need a gimmick, or this one also gets me. They have something attractive, a title, subject matter, something they're going to talk about. This is the attraction. You click on it, and they tell you you need to wait to the end. No, bitch, say it now. Because I immediately click away from your shit, or I click to the end, and then I'm over it. You know, like, you don't need any gimmicks. If you are just, I told my nephew, you know, years ago when we talked about him doing, certainly when I had my big channel, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm totally going to promote you and help you get your damn channel off the ground. For God's sake, are you kidding me? But I would tell him, but you need to come up with what you can be passionate about. Something that's natural to you is breathing. Whatever that's going to be. I don't want to give you any you know, suggestions or anything. That needs to come from you. But it needs to be authentic is what it needs to be. Because I don't care what you're doing. If it's authentic, that's what people follow, is authenticity. But more than that, you have the satisfaction of knowing that your merit is why anybody would do anything. It's like, it's the same analogy as if you're putting on a bunch of makeup, or you try to gussy up for a man, and then if that's how you got him, then you probably will lose him when you ain't gussied up. So don't gussy up. I would say whatever people fall in love with you for, let it be, because that's it was authentically you. I'm a type of human being. I've always lived my life in a way that if people like me, I know they like me. Individual, group, it doesn't matter. Next door neighbor, I don't care what it is. If you like me, I know you like me. And I know if you don't like me, I know you really don't like me. Because I'm not changing for shit. And I don't have anything else to prove. I don't have anything that I need to pull out of my ass to be amazing. I just don't. I'm just me. And that's all I have the energy for. You feel me? That's it. I don't do nothing I don't feel invested in. I used to go to karaoke a lot. And once people hear you sing, they go, oh my God, you sing amazing. Do this song. No, because I don't feel that song. I can't sing something I don't feel. I can't. That's not the thing. I'm trying to see where I'm at on these comments, y'all, because I sing stuff I read already. But oh, that was Kiara. Sickos. That was D. The Black Authority. Yes, that name I recognize. Yes, Kiara. Gee, oh, I think I know who she's talking about, Kiara. I never seen him. That Black Authority dude. Yeah, wouldn't know if he walked up behind me in the grocery store. Just wouldn't know it. Just wouldn't know it. Cheryl to Kiara. Kiara to D Mike. Kiara to Cheryl. D Mike. Yeah, Kiara. Kiara to D. That Tommy Sotomayor dude used, I can't read it up there. Used to steal stuff I said and used it for his platform, like he came up with it, and he wouldn't give me my props because I didn't want to be popular. Sad. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on too. They're so desperate for content, and they're not authentic and original. Like, then you need to come with your own fucking ideas then, or you should go the fuck away. You understand? And then there's some that they just feel like the only way that they're only seeking clicks and views and not to really feed the people. So then they just only do sensational shit with no direction to it. That's not the word I wanted, but no direction to it, just for the sake of this is dramatic. Did you all see what happened? You know, I'm not interested in that. You know, that doesn't grow anybody, man. It just doesn't. Most of the videos that you probably will see about even this this documentary will just be typical and predictable. I spoke tonight. Last night I spoke to lay out the trailer, give my thoughts, and even that was explorative and informative. I came back tonight because I saw what I know nobody else is going to say. And if they say the shit, they saw my video, so check the timestamp and the dates. Number verified, but I don't see a name. I don't know. I'm black. I don't answer numbers. I don't know the name. And if it's important, they'll leave a message. But I'm trying to say, nobody's going to see that. They won't. So if you see them and they say my shit, you check when their fucking video was uploaded and when the shit happened. I promise you, they've been exposed to the Jedi. No question. No question. No question about it. No question about it. I haven't heard anybody else even notice that no black people are in this fucking documentary. I haven't heard anybody black, even not just with the documentary, even pointing out the fact that this is a white issue. They're like really going to the paint on it. Like, this is not, this is, do you see this? Nothing but white people. Do you see this? And this documentary is just kind of another example of that, another a crescendo of that, really. You know, like you see, it's nobody black in this bitch from end to end except for the Messiah. And look what they did to the Messiah. Nobody's going to catch that 1964 Civil Rights Act. Did they leave a message? I don't know. I don't know that phone number, dude. There's no name that came up. There is no name that came up, and I don't recognize that. I don't recognize that. I even checked earlier today, the pastor, I let you guys hear his audio last night. I checked to see had I saved his name in case he does call me. I don't want to be shady, and I didn't know that it was him calling, but I had put his name with the number, so it's all good. But so that if you're verified, then I must know you, and there's no way you would be calling me if I don't have your name. That just wouldn't happen. So I don't understand. Anyways, last couple comments here, and then we're gonna land. D, that was funny. Jedi wouldn't know it if he was in the grocery store. Yeah, I wouldn't. I never seen him. You know. You go on to say, Jedi, they banned him off of YouTube for good, and he still keeps coming, and they take him down. Oh, the Tommy dude. Okay. Not surprised with him because, and I think he had 50 channels when I first came to YouTube, you know, because I would click on stuff because I knew immediately, I saw probably a couple of his videos, knew I hated him, didn't need to engage anymore. And then I would click on stuff that I don't know it's him because he had other names too. And you click on and it's fucking, damn it, it's this fucking dude. And you click away like, I can't. Yeah, not good. Georgia Beweo, good to see your name as I'm closing. Another name I haven't seen in quite some time. Good to see you, Georgia. Damn it. Shout out to you. Yeah. So I'm going to go anyway too, you guys, because it's getting on late for most of us. And you have commitments. I have commitments, amongst which I told you I have to go see the cardiologist tomorrow, an appointment already. And I feel like I don't think it was this one. I feel like I missed an appointment. I don't remember. Anyways, I need to make this appointment tomorrow. So I'm going to do that. But we will be together soon, inshallah. Certainly, I anticipate we'll be together between now and Thursday. But certainly, if we're not, I've committed to Thursday. So I'm committed. And yeah, but take this message with you, everybody. Take it to everybody that you know. Let them know why they should reject this transgender bullshit for yet another reason, and that is that they're trying to get in on the 1965 or 1964 Civil Rights Act and add their or Civil Rights Bill, and they're trying to add this act to it so that they can enjoy the shit for their pixie bitch asses that our people fought, died, and bled, and went to jail and were abused for. You're going to ride the backs of people who this shit is absolutely not even part of our culture in a natural way. Nah, bitch. Not right here. No seat for you at the table. Not at all. And you also, when people start to talk about the documentary, you are not armed to let them know why it's racist. There was no black people in it at all, which we're okay with that. But when you insinuated us by going to our motherland, like you couldn't just talk to some black people here. So you couldn't talk to no African people here in this bitch. You go all the way to fucking Kenya and then show bullshit. So it's layered disrespect. There's no black people here apparently, and so you had to go all the way there. Instead of, you couldn't talk to any black gay people right here, or black straight people that are right here. Well, that would be unthinkable. So either way, no black people, no black professionals, no black anything, no black athletes, any area that he covered, nobody black. Not surprised because he's a white devil. I wouldn't have had his white ass in my movie either. Just being fair about it. But you go all the way to our mother continent and then to talk to people who you don't even know the fucking language. When most of Africa speaks fucking English. Not understanding. So you're armed with that now. You're armed with that. And like I say, anybody, any human being you hear saying anything that I've said, you look at their fucking timestamp on their fucking video. The Jedi has spoken. I love you all. I'll see you soon. I love you more, Kiara.